Am I live? Are we live? All right, guys. So, if I had to choose between the Come Up New York Season 2 reunion versus the Bad Boys Club Season 7 reunion, I would have chose the Come Up New York reunion, and that shit was out of control. Y'all wonder why I'm saying that? I'm gonna try to get seven different reasons from the seven boys that was there, and starting with this bad boy, you're gonna find out why I said what I said. So let's get into it. Sorry, I had to mute that. What's going on, everybody? I just got back from the gym, and we are switching it up tonight. We're gonna go into a different reality realm because we all got bad behavior, and so does this one bad boy that I'm about to talk to. That's gonna explain everything of his experience all the way up to now. So I have Lilo with me from Bad Boys Club Season 7, Gemini Films. So everyone, please welcome Lilo, as I would like to always say his name.
What's popping? I'm all nervous now. What's going on?
What's going on? How have you been? Even though I already asked you that, but
I've been good. I've been real good. I started my first day of work and stuff today, and it was really cute. I really liked the place. I really liked everything that I'm doing. I can't speak too much, but it's cute.
that's good. That's good. So, we're just gonna get right into it. So, why don't you tell everybody who you are? Who was Lilo?
Um, well, for one, Lila was the main character of this season because all the bitches in the comments was just straight talking about me, bad or good, still the main topic. So, I was the baddest bitch on the show. I mean, I love my bitches and everything too, because they're bad bitches too. But I'm just, I don't know. I'm chill. I'm honestly a chill ass nigga. Um, I'm about my money. I'm just to the money. I'm really focused on handling my due deals because I just got an apartment and shit. I'm cool. I'm really like, honestly, the show makes me come off as some, I don't know, just not. I don't feel like it makes me feel like makes shows who I really am. Like I'm really a cool ass, friendly ass person. I'm not no funny bitch. I'm cool. Like most people that I talk to, I don't have any issues with. I barely have problems with anybody. Like everybody usually is just cool with me. So honestly, what like seeing the comments and stuff, it really was a shocker to me because it was just like, wait, come on now, like this is not that's not who I am. So it really threw me back, but it also was just like these are people behind fucking accounts, like non-exist, like fake accounts. So it's just like, or not even fake accounts, real accounts, but like it's online. So it was just like I couldn't take it to the head too much.
Okay, so where are you from?
I'm from Boston, Dorchester to be exact. Um, Dorchester, it's the hood, but there's a lot of there's a bunch of hoods in the hood. You have different blocks and stuff, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
I was right by the Ashmont area, so well, for now, recently, I moved in different parts of Dorchester. I was mainly near Morton Street. That was where I really grew up, and then I moved over near Ashmont, which is only 5 minutes away, but it's still a whole nother part of Dorchester. I don't know. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Type shit.
Hmm. So how has life been growing up for you?
It's been good. I mean, like I grew up with mainly just my mom, for the most part. My dad was around here and there, but how that goes. Um, but yeah, it was me, my mom, then my sister came around. So it's just been us three, really, me growing up. And I didn't go to school out in Boston. I was one of those kids that got put on a school bus, went all the way out to the suburbs, had to go to school with the suburb white kids and shit. Yeah. So when I finally started coming out in Boston, I just felt like I had to pop, I had to make myself known. So, bitch, I love to dress. I love to get cute. I used to be more feminine back then when I was younger, dressing wise. So it was just, you know, I still kind of am, but it kind of
Yeah,
changed.
yeah, I like to dress too. I'm into fashion, music, all that stuff. Um, I'm model or I'm an aspiring model trying to become one. So,
Mm,
I'm just getting into TikTok and so so
you know,
a lot of us know you. What'd you say?
I said we know.
So, so Bad Boys Club, Gemini Films. How did you even know about Gemini Films? What made you wanted to get into the show? Did the producers call you and ask you to be a part of it? Or did you just be like, let me just throw this audition tape in? Did you even have to do an audition?
Okay, so here's how it went. So basically, during the COVID period, first of all,
Hmm.
I watched Bad Boys. I watched Bad Boys season one, Bad Boys Club season one. That shit was crazy, and I know the people on there, so it was even crazier just watching them back way back when, and it was a
Who
kid
you telling?
to me. But during COVID, I seen an audition thing that he posted for it, so I'm like, ooh, let me do it. My friend texted me about it. He's like, oh, I'm interviewed too. He was actually the one who chose us. But yeah, so I did my video not long ago, not even this year. That was not a recent video. That was during COVID time when I made that video.
Like 2020?
Yes. So
Okay.
then I get a call. I get a text randomly at the beginning of this year, oh, you still want to do Bad Boys Club? And I was like, sure, fuck it, why not? Let me do it. Let's do it. Then it starts getting closer, and I'm starting to it's starting to get ready. And I'm like, I need to focus on my money right now. I don't really need to do this. But then my friend's like, oh no, come on, you could do it. You were the first person I thought of. Da da da. So I'm like, okay, bad, fine. I'm gonna do it. So I did it, and yeah, I got the text, got the address. They sent the picture of the house. The outside was beautiful, beautiful. It was right at the front of the beach. It was very nice to see. And I was just like, oh, bitch, when we first got there, I'm like, this is a cute ass thing. Then we get in, and I'm like, so we're not sleeping here. It's not something we stay at because, yeah. But, So yeah, that happened, and like I just want to clarify something. Oh no, I don't know if I can say that. I don't know if I can say that, but yeah,
What do you want to clarify?
what we um what we did is once we first got there, we did our beginning tapes, like our little intros, like saying like introducing ourselves. Then we did like our videos, like if we went home or if we stayed, like if we stayed through the whole thing. And what was the other thing I was gonna say? And we also had to sign certain things so we can't speak about certain things.
NDA contracts. I bet you had to take a picture with him too for proof. Did you? Oh, okay. Interesting. So, here's my question. How long was the filming process? Because you said during COVID. That was 2 years ago. It's
Yeah.
2022. The show came out in the beginning of this year around mid-April, like the end of April.
Yeah.
So, how long was the filming process altogether?
Sorry, I'm hot right now. But
That's fine.
we started in March. We started early March and we ended around it should have ended like the end of May, but people weren't coming back to like the city to do the filming. Like things kept coming up, and Karan's a busy person. Like he had to make his money moves too because all the shows he's doing. So like sometimes we didn't have like time we could film, so we have to wait like a week or something and then we'll do the filming again.
Okay, okay. So,
So we probably
so,
June.
that was recently. So,
Or maybe
so
late May.
that's March, April, May. That's like 4 months of filming. That's a very long fucking time. Mm-mm. So when you first get there, well, the first episode we're introduced to all y'all, and you were the last one to show up. And when we saw you, it was this scrawny, not scrawny, this skinny, masculine man with this poofy hair with an afro. I'm just like, who is this? Who's this little boy coming up in here like that? I'm curious.
Oh,
So then
later.
we got to see your face, and it was like it's Lilo. I'm like, oh, so like Lilo and Stitch. I'm like, okay. I said, you know what? I'm gonna probably try to get into him. So the first episode, what was going through your mind when you walked in the house? Did you know anybody prior to going in there? Did you think you were not gonna get along with anybody? Did you think you were gonna fight the first night?
Honestly, so I didn't know who was there, but when I got there, I seen the pictures. I already seen the pictures, so I was like, "Oh, okay. I know him. I know of him. Oh, that's my bitch, and then that's my other bitch." So I was just like, "Okay, bitch." Like now that I'm here with these bitches, like now I'm like, "Bitch, I'm good." Like I'm not worried about shit. These niggas are not about to ruin my time, bitch. I'm about to have a good ass time. Um,
Mm-hmm.
when I seen Case's picture, I was like, "Oh, he's cute." When I seen Justin's picture, I was like, "Oh, he's cute." But I was just like, wow, these are some interesting boys. Like, it was just interesting, like the pick. Um, then I walk in, I see Poppy. I'm like, oh my god, Poppy, like, bitch, I haven't seen you in a minute. Because me and Poppy knew each other before, like, but we used to like hang out years ago, like a few years ago, and it was like it wasn't a lot, but it was often. Um, then I seen Hayes, that's my cousin, so it was just like, bitch, I'm hyped. And we're like cousins. All right, we're cousins because my best, like he's I grown up with him. Like it's that type of cousin. It's not like cousin like our families are friends type of. That's my cousin. It's not like we're blood cousins. Just to clarify that. But like if I say that's my cousin, that's my cousin. Like no ifs ands but about it. But so I was happy to see him. Then Ty now, bitch, that's my other bitch. So I was just like, me and Ty now, we be hanging out more like often. Like I be seeing him more often than probably like everybody else. But yeah. Um and then Case and Justin. It was nice to first meet them. Like him being shirtless, I'm like, oh, that's what he's giving. I knew his vibe, but he was cute. But like, I mean, yes, the acne was there. Like, we seen the acne. Like, it was not. You could.
Acne where? On his face?
I mean, on his face, his body, but like, he has it everywhere. But like, I'm talking about his face. But
I got a little bit of acne on my chest, so I ain't gonna speak on that.
but yeah. So like he was cool to me at first. Justin was cool. He was quiet the whole entire time. So it was just like he's very much analyzing us and not speaking much. So that was that. Then I was already to the drinks though, because they want to do shot o'clock. You know, once you, I'm trying to turn up with y'all. So it was fun. It was exciting. I had fun. And then we went to go take our pictures for the photo shoot. And then it went to that scene with me and Case. So yeah.
Okay, so okay, well, first of all, I ain't mean to call you scrawny, so my bad for saying that, because you're not scrawny. Second of all, bear with me, because my memory is shot from all this shit. Y'all not the only show that I forgot. This shit happened so long ago. My mind is everywhere. So bear with me. Please try to help me remember this shit. So if I can remember correctly, you walked in, y'all meet each other, y'all go to the club. Now, there was a lot of kissing involved. Were you involved in that? Because I do remember you kissing, I think I want to say Case.
Okay. I was in the three-way kiss and I was kissing Rocky.
Oh, y'all bugging out. Mm.
But Rocky was in the three-way kiss too, so I only kissed like two other people. I wasn't. I was doing all the crazy shit though, like all that other crazy shit. Well, I was dancing, but I wasn't doing all that humping. Oh well, I did have a goal in my hand, but I wasn't doing like I wasn't being too reckless that night. I wasn't being as reckless as them. I was say as horny as them.
Okay. I remember you were very, very quiet, and you said something about like Justin was analyzing. I'm the same way as Justin. Like when I meet a group of people, I analyze. So I'll be like, okay, this is who I could fuck with, and this is who I can't fuck with, and then this is who I'm gonna probably give at least a couple more chances because I don't judge nobody. But so I feel like in the beginning that's kind of what you were doing before shit hit the fan. So speaking of, Case makes a comment saying it's the Case show, and he was implying that it was his show, but it came off to me as he was joking. But if he was serious, it was just like, okay, so how did you take it, and why did you take it that way?
Okay, so let's. All right. So the reason why I was so bothered by it is because off cameras, right before that whole shit was recorded, everything was just so cool. Everyone was getting along. It was giving real like his vibe was mad chill and mad friendly and mad open and mad welcoming. But as soon as the cameras came on, like I felt like his personality changed a little bit. Like he started becoming more self-centered about shit. And like I know he was saying it jokingly, but like I was just gagging because it was just like, wait, bitch, you just flipped the script a little bit, like the way like he was just acting. So it was just like you weren't giving all of that just now. Now you're trying to be like a like a little bit, and I'm just like, oh, okay. But like even what the show made it seem like is that we were so bothered by it. But like after we said like it's not the case show, but it's not like it's really not da da da. It was paid. It was over. We got into that little argument or whatever. Not the big argument where he was pushing on me and shit, but the other one like the little shit before, and then everybody else started hopping in. That's when it started becoming more of a thing. But like it wasn't even about him saying it was a case show. Now it's more like how he being about it. Like now his demeanor and how he was just feeling like he was starting to get buck with everybody and aggressive and shit. So it was just like now it's like, bitch, your character is getting out of hand, bitch. Like you need to tone
Well,
it
what
down.
was he saying that rubbed everybody the wrong way after that Case show comment? Like, what did he? Did he say some derogatory to y'all? Did he like call y'all bitches out y'all names? Did he threaten y'all?
No, he just kept bringing it up like he kept acting like we were just so bothered by it. And bitch, nobody is bothered by it, bitch. You keep bringing it up because you want it to be a topic so bad. And we're just like, bitch, nobody cares anymore. Why do you talk about it? But he kept just saying it, saying it, saying it. And I'm like, it's probably because he's drunk. But like, it's like, bitch, stop. Like, nobody wants to hear that the whole time. And now he don't feel safe coming around us. And like, he don't trust us and shit like that. And we're like, boy, it's the first night. Bitch, we're trying to go to the club. Let's go. I paid it. Even after that, we paid it. We were just like, all right, let's get to the club. Because he's sitting there. No shade. I was bought. He was annoying the fuck out of me. Yeah, but it wasn't because of the case show, bitch. I was not. I was pressed about it a little bit. Don't get me wrong. No shade. I was drunk. I'm gonna like my feelings are heightened. So yeah. But like I wasn't like sitting there. I wasn't dwelling on that shit. Like he said it. He said what he said. We paid it. We was on to the next thing. We're trying to have a good time. This is our first night. Nobody wants to sit here and keep talking about the fucking you thinking we're mad about you for the case show. Now we jumped you. Now we're all arguing. Like then he kept saying we jumped because we were all arguing with him. But honestly, only 3 people were arguing with him about it. So how is it 5-on-1? Now he's making posts on Instagram. Now he's doing this and that. And it's just like you're being mad at you about it, but no one cares that much. It's not that serious. Like we paid it, but you want to keep going. So now it's like you just going about it is just irritating us. Not the situation, but you like just being annoying type shit.
Mm. So speaking of the post, there was a post he made after the fight he had with Poppy, and he got hit with a damn hockey stick. I would have been mad too. I don't know where he got a hockey stick from one, and it's in the middle of winter.
Hello?
So, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
So, after the fight, and then the next day, or the next time you guys are filming, you all leave, and you see he makes a post. Y'all come back, and then you feel some type of way. So now you insert yourself. So, what you just basically said why you felt some type of way, but why do you think the others were mad? And when that fight had escalated with
Wait,
Poppy
wait.
and Case, and then to
Stop.
Case and Rocky, huh?
Wait, what do you mean we left and came back?
The next episode, y'all left, and this is when he was in the room with Justin, and then y'all was coming back, and then him and Poppy had that fight, and then him and Rocky had the fight afterwards, and then Justin and Poppy had a fight. So
Wait,
you guys came back in,
the first him and puppy fight was the same night.
huh?
The first him and puppy fight was the same night.
The same night as
The
the
art
fight with him and Rocky?
when he said it was the case show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That night that it first went down, and then the next day or the next scene, because I don't know if it was literally the next day, because how reality TV works. You guys are out, you guys see he made a post, y'all come back. Everybody is heated, except for maybe Hayes, he didn't really care. You all have something to say. Him and Poppy get into a fight, and then Rocky throws a picture frame at him. They get into a fight, and then Justin and Poppy get into a fight. So, what was going through your mind? And what was going through your mind?
Okay, so that day, like, I was mad, but it wasn't like, bitch, like, I want to bang, bitch. It's like, bitch, we keep, like, doing this. We're cool, but we're not cool. We're cool. Like, bitch, so what it like, why are you posting this? Why are you making it seem like it's 5 versus 1? It was only 3 of us arguing with you. And it wasn't like we were all arguing with you at the same time. It was giving like we all one-on-one had something to say. So it was just like, stop making it seem like I felt like he was trying to make it seem like he got jumped, like we fought him or something. And it was like you
Hmm.
so much. So that's what was bothering me. Everybody was already trying to fight. So it's like I'm sitting here like, yeah, I'm gonna say something, but I'm not about to fight too because not everybody needs to fight him. Like
Right.
only one person can fight him. Like we don't all gotta fight. So like the people that was already like trying to fight him and shit, like I'm gonna let them have that because they want to do that. But yeah, that's how I was feeling. And then that whole fight with him and Poppy broke out, and I was like, but Poppy was one of the people who wanted to like, who was ready to scrap with him too. Like, so it was just like, I knew that was gonna eventually happen. Like, someone, I knew someone was gonna fight that day. I knew that was gonna happen, but I just didn't know who. I'm gonna go right now. Yeah.
Okay, so that clears it up. So, why did y'all think that Justin was like? Where did the whole switch with Justin come from? Because we see y'all had a problem with Case, but what was it with Justin? Because I remember Rocky came in and was kind of pressing on him, like, "Oh, so you co-signing him?" And y'all was like, "Oh, so you co-signing?" And he was just like, "No, I'm not co-signing." He really wasn't into the conversation like that. So, what was it that made everybody look at Justin like, okay, we can't trust you too? Because,
Oh, cause all right. So during that time, like after they left the club, because I think so, I think they left the club without us that first night, and we were like, "Where are y'all at?" Because oh, it was the night of the fight. Yeah. So I'm sitting here, I DM him, and I'm like, "Where are y'all at? Like, where are y'all at?" And he's like, not responding to nothing. So it's just like, why are you being weird? Like, nigga, like, we're not gonna sit here and set y'all up. Like, y'all feel like we're really about to set y'all up. Like, y'all are not even from here. This is y'all first night out here. But you wanna know where y'all are at. Fuck Case. I don't care how mad he is. I don't care how much he don't trust us. Bitch, y'all don't know what y'all are doing and where y'all are at in Boston. We're trying to like make sure you're good. Well, I was, because I hit them. I hit him up. But I told them, and they were like, "Why is he being out here?" Like they were trying to make it seem like it was like us versus them, and it wasn't given.
mhm.
But then it was like he's sitting there, standing next to him, like ready to do something or like something's about to happen. So it's like, what are you giving?
Okay, so, well, I don't know. From my point of view, I just felt like maybe he was just standing there just to prepare himself just because or something. Because when some shit's going down, anybody from the hood, I think we all are from the low bottom. So I feel like when you feel like something's coming, you just want to prepare yourself. And he probably felt like, okay, they probably already feeling some type of way towards me because I wasn't there. So I can't say what happened, who felt some type of way, and we're not seeing shit off camera. There's a difference between actually being there to see everything and then actually being on camera, watching y'all on camera, and then not knowing what happened behind the scenes that could have set off what happened on the camera that was brought off the scenes onto camera. So
Mm-hmm.
personally, I don't feel like Justin was co-signing. Um, but I felt like he didn't want to get into the bullshit. But we're gonna get into that later.
But
So,
also, let me add this though. It was also like it was weird because when I watched the episode before we even came in, they were already talking about us. Like he was saying how we were whack as fuck, this and that, and Justin sitting there like, but it's just like, bitch, you're supposed to be cool with us too. Like at that point in time, like even though Justin didn't really respond to me, it wasn't like, bitch, fuck you. Like it was just given like, you're weird for that, but okay, type shit.
like you're just there.
Yeah, you're just there.
Okay. Okay. So,
Like at that time, I didn't have an issue with Justin really until he hopped in that fight. When, well, I didn't even have an issue with that, like, because that was their beef. But when him and Poppy started fighting and I was separating, he was trying to make it seem like I was on him more. But then when I watched the clip, I'm actually on Poppy more. So it's just like I was just separating the fight. I wasn't even like doing it into you. Didn't touch you, didn't touch him. I was separating it. And I was pushing Poppy back away from you. So
now when I watched it, Rocky threw a picture frame. They start fighting. Poppy jumped in by throwing whatever he had in his hand on Case, not once but twice. and then he hits him, and Justin comes in and grabs Case. Why he grabbed Case instead of grabbing Rocky since he was the initial aggressor? Just being honest, I don't know. Or why not hit Poppy when he kind of jumped in the fight when it was really him his beef? I don't know. And from what I've seen, Poppy grabbed Justin, and that's how they started fighting. And I remember you got in between both of them, was pulling them apart. So it all just happened way too fast. So Poppy goes home. Um, how did you feel about him going home?
I was sad he went home because honestly, if you got to fight and he felt like he needed to get a weapon or whatever the case is, I know, like, I mean, I just know if I fight and like if I'm in that moment where I need to like I feel like I want to grab something, I'm gonna grab it. I'm probably not starting off with a weapon, of course not. But like if something's in my
Absolutely.
out of breath already, bitch, I'm grabbing whatever I need to grab and making sure you're fucked up until you can't. Like it's you're I'm making sure you're done for. Like it's not given like, oh, you could get back up and we could keep fighting. I need to make sure you can't fight no more. So we're done fighting.
Okay.
So like
Because
I didn't see what I didn't see what was so wrong about him doing it. I feel like it was fucked up though. Like if it was me, like it would be fucked up. If it and since it is him, it's still fucked up. But like I see I understand both positions. I understand both parts in that situation. Like I understand why he grabbed it and I understand why he wants to like fuck him up because he used a weapon on him. Like I don't know.
well, I feel like personally, me, that scene could have been avoided. I mean, well, him and Poppy, that was gonna happen regardless. But I feel like Rocky didn't have to go in as much as he did. I feel like he didn't need to take the picture frame and throw it at him because if Case's eye would have came out and this is on camera, Rocky would have been sued up the ass. Not only that, I feel like if Poppy went home for throwing an object at Case, I feel like Rocky should have went home as well. But that's a conversation me and Rocky are gonna have. So, I just feel like from how it looked, it just looked like what is she? From how it looked, it just looked like y'all was just mad that he just posted this, but it just looked like he posted that up for that's how he felt. I felt like he shouldn't have posted up because I don't play them social media games, especially when I don't know people. So I see it on both ends on how everybody could feel and who was right and who was wrong. That's just personally me. And I just feel like the fight with Poppy and Justin didn't need to happen. And I just felt like Poppy didn't need to take something to throw it on Case because he was already fighting. And it was just like you had time to calm down. There was no need for you to pick up something, an object, to hit somebody with it twice. And I just felt like Justin, he should have popped on Poppy if that's your friend, if y'all that cool. Because if me and you cool and you already got into a fight with somebody, and then somebody else comes and just throws something at you and you fighting them, and then someone's jumping and throwing something at you, I'm not grabbing you. I'm gonna grab the person that just threw something at you, and then I'm gonna grab the bitch that's on you. That's just me. So that's the only thing I could see wrong with everybody in that situation, which I just explained how, but it happened. It's in the can. Moving on from that. So there's another scene I want to talk about where you and Case kind of was like pushing each other, and it was just kind of like y'all was flirting one time, and now you're about to get into it. Then you're flirting, and now you're putting your hands on each other. So I can already sense, and I don't care what nobody else says, y'all are not scared of each other. If it comes to it, especially from what I've seen recently in the last 3 weeks, it will happen. I feel like it didn't need to happen, but why do you feel like? Did you feel like I got a crush on him, but I don't? Did you feel like I don't really? Did y'all feel like I don't want to fight you because it's like I really want to get to know you? I really kind of care about you in a way, or was it more so just like this is kind of stupid? Like we gonna fight what we fighting for, or all together?
I really like how you said it the first time. Like that's the thing. Like the thing is, like when I it was really cool. Like it was like on camera, that's just when he. Why are you so cute in my face when you were just all on my body? That's why when he first got in my face, he was all on my body about it. And it was like, but your mouth is being real smart. So it's like, bitch, like, I don't joke like that. I don't know if you joke with your, like that. But, like, I don't like that. So stop. Like, it was like, stop. But, like, then it was like, okay, keep going. Cause, I don't know. It was, at the time, it was just like, okay, I was fucking with it. And then it's like, it was given, I don't know. But then it was like, all right, I feel like he's getting serious too. So now I'm sitting here like, bitch, wait. Like, I don't know if I should start getting serious too. But then I'm like,
Hmm.
we're drunk as fuck. That's another thing.
Yeah, y'all was wasted every night. Like,
That was
was it
the,
because y'all was wasted every night?
let me
But you know,
tell you what. Every time I came there, we either came, one, we always came with a bottle. Always came with a bottle. Casamigos, Reposado.
no, I do not do Casamigos. Y'all can have that.
And then when we get there, there's bottles all on the table. So it's like, bitch, it's right in front of you, drink. Like, that's what they gave. So every trip, we were drunk. So it was just like, honestly, if I wasn't as drunk as I was, I probably would have fought Case. I also felt like I was just mad fucking drunk. So it was like, if I fought Case, bitch, I was not doing it that night. Just wasn't happening. Just wasn't happening. If I had, like, and it wasn't, I didn't feel like what we were arguing about wasn't even that serious. And we were just like, we was just on each other's bodies. I didn't even know he was fucking with Hayes like that. I didn't.
Oh Lord.
At the beginning, I
Oh
didn't
shit.
care for that whole beginning part.
They
So,
was fucking with each other.
well, no, I mean, like, at the beginning, like, on the first episode, when they were, like, all on each other, I wasn't there for all of that. So I didn't know, like, Hayes was trying to get at him and stuff. So I was, like, trying to do my due deals. But, yeah. So it was just like, I thought me and Kim was gonna, like, we was gonna shake some shit. But then he started doing all of that, and I was just like, no, I can't fuck with him no more. Like, it just wasn't given. Because then the cameras went off. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, da da da, apologetic, being mad friendly again, trying to
Hmm.
everybody. Boom, cameras get back on. They're like, okay, y'all need to have a conversation in the bathroom. We have a conversation. We had to have that conversation in the bathroom, even though we already made up. So we had to redo it.
You had
Uh,
to redo the scene.
yeah, because it wasn't like it was. It they wanted it 1-on-1.
Oh, that's gonna be so painful for me if I ever get on reality TV. I'm not redoing no fucking scene. If
So then that's the thing. So when we did the scene, he started to talk crazy again. He's starting to talk crazy again. I'm like, why are you getting smart again? Like, why are you starting to like? It was just like, you know what? After that's why I was just like, okay, okay. I was just like, after the bathroom, I was kind of like, because I don't like how it's cut. You have to realize this show's also edited down, like edited.
I understand, I
But
understand.
yeah, I, it's just I didn't. Yeah, after that, I couldn't fuck with him like that no more. It was just like we're cool, but we're not. It's not giving. We're gonna ever do anything with each other.
Okay. So episodes go on. Poppy goes home, and Calvin comes in the picture. And Calvin comes in the picture. What was your first impression of him? Honest impression.
I really liked Calvin when he first came in. Like, I was excited. I heard he was like a part of ballroom and shit. So I'm like, bitch, what? Calvin, he seems cool. I meet him, get to know him. I'm like, all right, bitch, I like him. He gives, like, but it was just weird to me how he just was so comfortable so quick. Like, it just, it felt like he was already just like there. Like, he already done new bitches and shit. So it was just giving like he was just so comfortable. But I mean, That's how some people are, so I guess. But he was mad cool. No issue, to be honest. Like, I actually fucked with Calvin at first. At first.
Okay, so Steven comes. Steven's from season one. He's Hayes' cousin. They get into it the first night. They start fighting. Calvin's jumping on the couch saying he's the king. He's the king. Steven's yelling whatever the hell he was yelling about. Calvin makes a comment that Steven was insinuating that Steven did coke. I don't want to put no words in Calvin's mouth, or he was basically implying whatever. The word coke came out his mouth. Steven says some derogative things towards him back as a defense mechanism. They go in the bathroom, they start fighting. It gets ugly. Moving on from that, the next day, you guys are having a conversation, or the next episode, you guys are having a conversation, and it's all of you in the living room. Calvin addresses I feel some type of way because I guess the night before something had happened. And this is what I really want to talk about because this is what's it's still, even though y'all explained it at the reunion, the other side wasn't there to give their opinion. So my question is, actually no, let me recite what happened. Y'all sitting down, Calvin feels like he feels some type of way because he felt like he was touched inappropriately, and then him and Hayes get into it because Hayes feels some type of way. Your name is brought up that you allegedly were touching on Justin. Justin's sitting there like he doesn't give a fuck. So you're like confused. Hayes and Calvin going back and forth, and that's what sparked their beef. So what was going through your mind when he made up that, not made up, I'm not gonna say he made up because I wasn't there. When he made that accusation.
First of all, let me just speak on the meeting first, and then I'll get into the backstory about the thing.
Okay.
So for the house meeting, I was just like, okay, finally a house meeting, something exciting about to happen. Like, I thought we was about to go on a trip. I thought like about to have some big like or hosting something fun. Bitch, he says something. Oh, last night people touch on people while they're sleeping. I'm like, as soon as I hear that, I'm thinking like, who the fuck was doing that? In my head, I'm really thinking like, who's doing that? And then I'm like, wait, he he said something else. Then he said something else. I think he said something about like making him uncomfortable. And I'm like, who? Now I'm like, oh, is this nigga trying to talk about me? So then that's when I got up like, wait, hold on, like, cause bitch, don't don't ever put no type of weird shit like that on me because bitch, that's not what happened. And bitch, he was barely. All right, so let me get into the backstory of that fucking night. Okay,
Yeah,
please.
what happened?
So boom, that night, that was the same night that him and Steven got in a fight. I wasn't around for that, as y'all see. I was not around for that fight. I was in the living room with Justin. Because me and Justin were sitting there talking and flirting with each other. Because now me and Justin been kind of having a thing from the first episode. Y'all can't really tell, but in the car, when Case is sitting on Justin's lap, me and Justin are giving each other this very sexual eye contact. Like, it was just very, like, intense or whatever.
Oh, I know how those feel.
So it was just given, like, like, we know who we want. Like, after I paid Case, because I did not want Case no more after that whole, like, episode he just made. So it was just like, all right, Justin, what's the tea? Like, doo-doo-doo. So, boom, me and Justin talking on the bed. And then after the fight, we run and see the fight. And then I'm just like, this is not like, it was just too much. And I was trying to, do my due deals. So me and Justin go into one of the bedrooms and we're just talking. And I'm like, that was also the night we had like the game, kind of like some of the game night. And they were like, when they asked them the question, like, oh, who do you like? Who would you sleep with or something in the house? And Justin only said, Case. And I'm like, looking at him, because I'm like, nigga, let's not act like you wasn't just like it was just like I was just like really like, oh, that's interesting, like that's funny, da, 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 da. So then I brought that up to him in the room. We're talking about it. He's like, oh no, like I didn't really mean that, like me and Case trying to do this relationship thing for the show type shit. So I'm like, okay, I get that, but like
He said
don't
he was just flirting with him for the show.
Yeah, that little couple shit
See,
was
I
like,
knew it. I knew it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and they came up with that idea. So that's what I'm saying. Bitches turn into other people for television, like for to be record, like filmed and shit. Like it's really like sickening. Me after seeing that shit, I'm really like, what the fuck? Like I didn't know people could really just be phony like that. But anyways, we was talking. We started flirting again. We started saying little cute shit or whatever, and like we was talking, whatever, doing a doo doo. Not too much. We wasn't doing anything crazy. Crazy. We was talking crazy. Then Calvin comes in after right. He comes in, bursts in, talking about he has to change. So I'm like, okay, he's only gonna be here real quick, and then we could get back to talking. He stays in the room after changing, sits on the bed. Now he's talking to us. Now I'm like, okay. Meanwhile, me and Justin are already on the bed together, just sitting there like talking. And um, ooh. So then a couple more people come in, like Ty now, that boy who was there that night, Sean. Um,
Why was he there?
he came to visit. He came to visit. He's actually
Visit who?
he's really cool. I liked him, but
No, I like him on the when he was on the Come Miami. But I'm just saying, like, why? It's just a curious question. Like, why was he there? It's not
I
my business, but it's just a
yeah,
question.
I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. So we was all in there talking, whatever, and meanwhile, I'm laying on the bed, Justin's laying on the bed, and Calvin's laying on the bed, and it's like us three at the top of the bed, and then it's Ty now and the other boy on the bottom of the bed. But me and Justin are like close. I'm like touch like I was already touching on him while we was all having a conversation.
I can't.
I was already feeling up on him because he already knew the vibes. We already knew like was
Wait, so you're saying that you were filling up on him while he was conscious and he knew about it? This
yes,
is while the cameras was off.
yes. Cause
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So y'all was in the room flirting. Calvin comes in to change. He leaves the room, and then y'all do what boys do.
no, Calvin didn't leave the room.
Oh, excuse me.
Calvin didn't leave. Okay, so wait. We go in the room, we're having our conversation, we're sitting on the bed chilling. Calvin comes in, he says he needs to change real quick. He changes, but when he changes, he gets on the bed. After he gets on the bed, people come in. I guess they were going to check on Calvin, but like they ended up chilling in there too. So now we're all in the bed chilling.
Him, Steven?
Steven wasn't in there.
Oh, okay.
Steven was outside. So now we're like just asking questions, getting to know each other and stuff. Meanwhile, me and Justin are sitting there next to each other, like he's a part of this. Like I'm already filling up on him laying right next to him. But like I'm not all the way laid down. He's all the way laid down. But we're in a whole like conversation. Then Case comes into the room and he sees me and Justin next to each other. I move my hand because I know Case actually really likes Justin and really wants to like be on his body and shit. So when he comes in, meanwhile the cameras was not recording a lot of this. Was not recording a lot of this. Like they came in, they probably recorded when Sanel asked Calvin a question. That's it. But there was so much more going on. Like it was like a getting to know Calvin type of thing too. So that's why I was just like, so then yeah, I was feeling then Case comes in, he gets right on top of Justin, like he jumps on Justin and he gets all on him. So I'm like, all right. Then he slides in between me and Justin so that I'm not next to Justin no more. So
I
now I'm
remember you saying that.
so now I'm aggravated. Now I'm aggravated because I'm just like, you're doing too fucking much. Like you're really a cockblock ass nigga. So I'm not trying to ruin the vibe or whatever because I'm already like we were just cool. We were just like we all just went to like Boston Bowl or some shit. And oh no, like that bowling place and we was just all chilling. Now we're acting weird like this. Like, don't do that. So, yeah, I go to the other side where Calvin's at, and I'm like, push over, like, let me get some space. But I'm also drunk. So I'm just like, push over, like, let me go over here. And he moves over. So I don't understand. Um, so then, like, Cases on top of, like, Justin and Calvin. And they're all, like,
Mm-hmm.
snickering and laughing. And they're like, oh, like, three-way this, three-way that, whatever. Meanwhile, it's only us four in the room now. I don't even know when everybody else left. I figured that part. But it's just us four in the room now. So I'm just like, okay, like, I don't know if this trying to make me feel like left out. But I'm also sensitive. I said that on the show too. Like, I'm sensitive. Da, 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 da. So, like, bitch, like, y'all should know how to play the part a little bit. Like, at least try to consider my fucking sensitivity. But, yeah, he's like, oh, it's a three-way, da, da, da. And they're just all laughing and shit. So I'm like, all right, before I piss myself off, like, let me just leave the room.
And this
So,
is the scene where you got up and then you walked out and you came back in and you was like, don't make fun of me or don't. That scene when all three of them was in the bed?
yeah.
Okay, so now I know where you're going.
So now I'm like, yeah, yeah. I'm like, so as I'm getting up to leave, I'm like, y'all are mad weird. Like, and he's like, what do you mean we're mad weird? Like, it was just a joke. Like, you can't take a joke. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, okay, but
I
that's not
remember him saying that. It's on camera.
right. I'm like, I don't see the joke in that. Like, there was no, I don't,
I
like, what,
think it was.
I mean, like, right. Well, I said something like that.
Hmm.
And I'm like, it's not funny, like, bitch, we don't joke like that. Like, da, da. He's like, all right, da, 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 da. Like, and they kept, then Calvin says something, and I'm just like, see, look at y'all trying to be funny again. Like, I'm like, I don't joke like that. Don't play with me. So then I'm just like about to walk away. He starts saying, I'm like, now I'm frustrated because it's like, nigga, like, now you're really trying to play with me. Oh, wait, no, wait. I walk out. I'm sorry. Scratch all of that. Scratch majority of that. I said, y'all are mad funny. He's like, oh, it's just a joke. And I said, well, I don't joke like that. Da, 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 blah, blah, blah. He's like, all right. He keeps like interrupting me while I'm trying to talk his shit. So I just walk out. I'm aggravated as fuck walking out. So I roll my eyes. Boom, the camera people. What happened? What happened? What's going on? I'm like, nothing. And so I was like, nothing. I just got aggravated. Like, they just annoying me. So then they run into the room and they're like, what happened? I hear them like asking him what happened. And I hear the camera going in there. So they start filming. And I'm like, now I'm aggravated because now I'm like, I know after what I've been seeing, how Case has been moving, it's like he becomes another person on camera. So me, I'm already drunk. I'm sitting here like, let me go in there just to make sure that because I hear his voice now. So I'm like, let me make sure he's not trying to sit here and like try to get crazy about me on this camera or some shit. So that's when I walked in because he was already talking before that. They don't play that either. They only
Hmm.
been looking like I'm crazy or some shit. But yeah, I hear him saying some shit, so I'm like, no. So what you're not about to do is like make a false narrative type shit. And I explained, I was like, no, let me say what the fuck happened. Let me say what the fuck happened. So then I explained what happened, and that's when that whole shit on camera happened. And then no one said nothing about. Listen, that night, that whole argument, they didn't say nothing about me touching on nobody while they were sleeping. They didn't say nothing about me bothering them like rubbing my dick up on niggas' asses. They didn't say nothing about that. They didn't like nobody was talking. Case was the only one talking shit. Bothered. We were the only ones going back and forth. When I guess you were so bothered by what I was doing, Calvin. Calvin, you felt like I was making you feel uncomfortable and making fucking Justin feel uncomfortable. Why nobody say nothing then? That's when he
So,
sleep. When I left the room and I came back in, that's when I came back in, he was actually asleep now. Like, I could say he was asleep. But now in case of sitting there yelling in the back of his head, like, talking about, oh, we're just trying to go to bed. We're just trying to go to bed. Bitch, you wasn't just trying to go to bed before. Y'all was just on some, like, it's just like, mad, like, it was just mad funny shit. So, yeah, that happened. Oh, and then Calvin came out and slept outside there was air mattresses, so we had to sleep on the air mattress. I was sleeping with Stephen on one, Tynell and Calvin were on another one, but like literally like that,
everybody was next to each other.
right? So me and Steven was just like, we was just feeling it. We was feeling it. We did a little something something. But
I already know.
I swear I didn't. Nobody was sucking no dick. I s- uh,
Hmm.
I love nobody was sucking no fucking dick that night. Nobody was fucking. I swear on everything I love, I did not say I'm about to come. I don't even like when I nut. I don't say that. I don't even say I'm like I'm gonna moan. I'm gonna do other stuff. I'm gonna grunt. I do different. I don't talk. I don't. That's not me. But what else? What else did he say? I did. Uh,
He said that
suck, fuck, nut. Oh,
he said that you were rubbing on Justin while he was asleep, and he didn't know, and he was being touched by I forgot who he said, but he was being touched by somebody in there, and he felt some type of way, so he had to get up and relocate to wherever he was at. And then when he said that, you were kind of looking around, and then Justin didn't say nothing.
that's what.
And
That's what pissed me off too. Because another thing. That's another thing. Like, I felt like Justin. What? Why aren't you saying anything? It was you. Like, you should be mad, but you were awake. You were awake. Why are you playing dumb like this? Like, it was just him sitting in silence for me. That's what pissed me off because that's how I knew he knew it wasn't true. Because it's like, nigga, like, you're not even trying to say nothing about it now that I'm directing it to you. Now I'm asking you a question face to face. Did I do it? Now you want to sit here and say like, oh, like, da 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 da, explain whatever the fuck shit he said, but didn't say I touched him while he was sleeping. Like, it was just like, you have this nigga Calvin, like, really having y'all look like fucking puppets. Like, I don't know. It was just given like, why why couldn't you speak? Why couldn't you defend yourself? That's what's pissing me off.
because I'm not gonna hold you, when that whole scene had happened and y'all was having that back and forth, that at that time when I watched it, I'm like, okay, that's a serious, serious allegation. This conversation should have been happening off camera because we didn't even get to see what happened on camera. So Calvin brings it up, and he's kind of taking up for himself and how he felt was speaking for how he felt, and he's standing it. He stood in it, and he stood in it. He stuck up or was taking up for Justin in a way, but I think he was kind of just saying like, and this is what happened with Justin. Now Case is on the sidelines, not really saying anything. So Hayes is coming in like, what do you mean? Basically taking up for you. So then that's what sparked their beef. They go back and forth about to fight. And my whole thing about it was just like, one, it should have been off camera. I said this to both groups. I've
One,
said this to both groups when I was with y'all physically in Boston.
if it was a
Two,
if it was
two, I
have been off cameras. Let's be real. If it was a real thing, it probably would have been most likely would have been off cameras. That shit would not have been. They would have, or at least it would have been. I would have known about it before we was doing some type of recording about it. Like, it would have been like, oh, it got brought up off cameras, and now this is the result of what happened. Type shit. It wouldn't have been like, oh, we gotta plot this all to make a house meeting. Everybody be there. Why does everybody need to be there? Why couldn't you, Justin, and me have a conversation?
that's what I also said. Let me, how am I get to that? So the whole time I feel like Justin should have said something, and I told this to his face when I told him. I said nobody should have had that conversation but you and Lilo. Y'all didn't have to fight. Y'all didn't have to scream, but y'all could have fought if y'all wanted to. But y'all didn't have to. Y'all could have had a conversation. He could have probably checked you like, yo, you don't need to be touching on me because they said that you did it when he was asleep.
Right. Which is
So when it got brought up, he's not saying nothing. So I'm just like, if somebody told me that somebody violated me in my sleep allegedly, I'm not gonna sit there and let that person live. Like, you're dead. Because you don't know what I've been through. Nobody knows what Justin's been through. Nobody knows his childhood background. So that's a serious thing. So I feel like him sitting there not saying nothing, it's just like, but Calvin's sticking up for you, but then Hayes is sticking up for you. You're kind of confused, and it's just like, I felt like the fights from there and on was happening because people were getting involved in other people's stuff and taking up for one another instead of the actual parties who have a problem come together and speak. Now I'm gonna ask you this: is it true that you and Justin had a conversation before the conversation we seen on camera?
Mm.
Did y'all have a conversation? Did he come and talk to you before that?
Wait, you're talking about the conversation in the media room, like
Yeah, like I could have sworn someone said that, and I don't want to put no words in nobody's mouth, but I could have sworn that someone said that, or maybe Justin. I don't know. I don't want to put no words in my. I could have sworn somebody was like, you and him already had a conversation. I think it was you. You said that me and Justin already had a conversation about that, and he was cool with it.
wait, about what?
About you allegedly touching on him when he was asleep, and he said he was cool with
I,
it. Cause I was like, why is he still sitting there chilling when he just got told what he told?
yeah, because right after the house meeting, when they stopped cutting the cameras, they
Hmm.
Calvin, Calvin, because I talked to them after. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? I'm doing this and that, making me seem like a fucking predator and shit. They're like, and I'm like, honestly, like, and I don't know why my dumbass said this. Like, I felt like I was just trying to like be the bigger person in the situation, but that's a serious assault. So you can't like just be like, oh, be the bigger person, because bitch, don't falsely accuse me of touching you. But I was like, if I did touch you while you were sleeping and you didn't know or something, I do apologize. But like, I know I wasn't. I know I wasn't. But I'd never want nobody to like feel like
Hmm.
I'm not no weirdo. I'm not on no weirdo shit like that. And I'm mad. Like, that shit bothered me so much. Like, I just kept sitting and thinking about it. That's why I fought Calvin, because I kept sitting and thinking about, like, these niggas just made me look like a sicko on fucking. Nigga, we got over. This is after the first episode came out. The, this is after the first episode came out. So now I know bitches seen the episode. Now they're trying to really make themselves a character. Bitch, he they and then they say that, and we already had like 50K views, bitch. I'm sitting here thinking like, Matthew probably gonna be thinking I'm on some weird predator shit now. Like, I felt like, honestly, that really bothered me, if I have to be real, because it's just like, I don't want anybody to ever see me in that way, especially if that's not who I am in no way and shape, form, like anything. Like, that shit, that's disgusting. Like, no, like, don't, you can't put that type of shit on somebody. And then that's why that same shit he did to me happened to him on the last episode. No shade. That's what the fuck he gets. Because I don't know.
I don't think well, that's a conversation I'm gonna have to have with them. But knowing what I know and seeing what I've seen, and I don't think that I don't know what happened, but I don't think they deserve that. And I don't know why Karan put that boy on there. That's a but anyways,
Mm,
that's also another thing because I felt like you just admitted that you said that you felt wrong, but then you know what? You and Justin had a conversation about it
but yeah, oh yeah. So after,
after that on camera, and it kind of looked like you were just kind of circling in words. Like both of y'all kind of was circling in words to me, but it kind of more so looked like you were circling in words, and then you're in agreement saying, "Oh well, I apologize, but I
yeah,
didn't. I only said that because I was fake. I really didn't care." So my thing is that why would you apologize on camera where the whole world's gonna see it if you knew you didn't do it? Because when you apologize for something, Lilo, it makes people look at you like if you didn't do it, what you apologizing for? You a
right.
grown ass man,
And
so it's like what like was you you just said like you was scared people was gonna think of you something because it didn't happen that way. So that kind of answered why that kind of answers the question I kind of had for you. Um, but I just want to say, just in the future, if you know you didn't do something wrong,
right, no,
you really need to be careful with how you say things, especially when it's on camera, when you're talking with the person, and especially after you do confessionals, because it didn't look good on your part. I'm gonna be honest, it did not look good.
then I
It didn't look good. It didn't really look good on Justin's part either, a little bit, because it's like you sitting here talking to a person, and then he's sitting there saying like he still likes you, but then it's just like he's in his confessional saying y'all some weird bitches and this and the third. So I'm just like, do you like him or do you not like him? Because what you got told and you're still liking him after that, but it's a problem that he touched you, but you still like him after that. So I hold both sides accountable. It is no this person did this.
Like it didn't happen while he was awake for that, and for him to allow Calvin to just. I think what happened was like Calvin brought it up to him like on camera or whatever, and he wanted it, like he just allowed it to continue to happen, and he didn't really like try to defend it or nothing. I'm not understanding why, because nigga, like he wanted to keep like it looking like have this little loyal relationship or whatever. I don't know, or like because I don't know, because it didn't make sense to me why he just went with it. That was really confusing me too, and it kind of pissed me off, and that's why I could not. After that, I started fucking with Justin. That was after I
We were
started.
all confused.
Like I could not like no because
Okay.
like nigga don't make it seem like they I just don't have. And then wow, I'm talking over myself, but
It's fine. You can take your time. I'm not gonna attack you. It is what it is.
but
You can
yeah.
think about it. You don't gotta like. I'm not here to hound you. I'm not here to expose you. This is your story time to tell how you were in your experience. Take your time and think about stuff before just blurting it out.
Right, sure. But yeah, no. Me, Calvin, and Justin had a conversation together after the meeting, and I'm like,
That should have been on camera, but I'm sorry.
right, and they're like, oh, I don't know. Like, no, Calvin's like, I wasn't trying to make you come off as no predator. That's not what I was saying. Da da da. I was just saying like that was kind of weird that you did that. Da 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 da. And I'm like, okay, I get that's not what you're trying to say, but at the end of the day, that's what y'all are making it seem like, and that's not who I am as a. So that was up on y'all's end, and I felt like, why would y'all? And I told them like, if y'all really felt like it was a real issue, y'all should, why would y'all wait on like to do it on camera? They're like, oh, the camera people told us we had to do that, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck what the camera people said, bitch. That's a real fucking felony, like that, like I
But
don't know,
that's why I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off.
and I just thought, but like I forgot what I apologized to them about. It wasn't about me touching them because I know damn well I did not touch them. I did not. But they apologized too, talking about like sorry for like making it seem that way and stuff.
You
But
just said you didn't touch him, but you guys were like, you just said you were rubbing on him, right? But he was aware of
why,
that.
why he was sleeping? I meant like why he was sleeping.
So you okay, so you didn't touch him inappropriately while he was unconscious. So
Yeah.
Justin was very much aware and played it off like just to let the storyline have be a storyline is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
We're all
So
we're all literally like we were playing like a question game type of shit, like just getting to know each other. He was up for that. He was a part of that. So that's
okay,
why.
okay, so we got a lot to still go into and I'm gonna try to speed this up, so please bear with me. Fast forward to Hayes and Calvin have a fight. You weren't there. Fast forward to Steven comes, which I felt like Steven knows how I feel about that. The other parties know how I feel. I'm not the Dr. Guru. I was just asked, and I kind of feel like Steven shouldn't have really been there, knowing what I know, but he was there. Him and Steven get into a fight round two, and then you come up, and you're going irate, and you want to fight Calvin now. So as a viewer, it's looking like, okay, everybody just want their camera time. So you came from the hospital and
No,
you just had wisdom tooth pulled.
not from the hospital. I came from home. I got my wisdom teeth taken out 2 days before that. My mouth was just still swollen. I was fine. Like it hurt. Like yeah, it was hurting. It was probably still bleeding a little bit. You know, like I had gauze in my mouth and shit. So like it was. I was still swollen and shit. But I wasn't even gonna come that weekend. The reason I came, I swear to God, yes, I'm lying. I was gonna come that Friday. I was gonna come that Saturday because that was gonna be planned as another. Yeah. So I was gonna come that Saturday, and I was just hoping like my face was gonna be fine by the time, like it wasn't gonna be swollen no more, because I felt like I just needed like one more day to like stay in the house. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, I was gonna wait till Saturday to fuck. I was already planning to fuck Calvin up. I told Hayes that, I told Rocky that, I told Tynell that, I told them that. Like I like probably on that Monday or Tuesday, after I sat there and thought like these niggas really sat here and made me look like a fucking weirdo on this fucking show. I need to fuck Calvin up because it was him like going so hard about it. So boom. I was like, I'm fucking Calvin up when I get there. Like that was my main plan from what I well, it wasn't gonna go off like that. I was gonna wait till I came in to do and then do my due deals. It wasn't gonna be about Hayes. Hayes was not I was not even aware of that Hayes shit until that Friday. I'm on the phone with my friend in Tynell, and he's on his way to the house. And I'm like, I'm staying in to doing just on the phone with them. Then he tells me he's got in a fight with Calvin. I'm like, what? And I'm like, what they getting in a fight for? And he's like, um, someone, then Calvin hit him with a grinder. So I'm
I don't
thinking,
remember Calvin hitting him with a grinder. I
it
don't
was,
know who told you that, but I don't think he hit him with a grinder.
yeah,
I think he hit him with a picture, but it wasn't a grinder.
yeah, it wasn't a grinder. And that's what I found out after I seen the show. But in that moment, that's what I was told. So I'm thinking he's getting hit with a like a real ass, like hard ass metal ass grinder or some shit.
Karan wouldn't have let that happen. Because
But
he picked up something after Steven, and Karan immediately stopped him after that. Karan wouldn't have let Calvin pick up something to hit Hayes with.
wait, but listen, this is another thing. It's already the house is divided now, so it's Case, Justin, and Calvin, and us. So at the time when I heard that, Hayes was the only one at the house. He was by himself with them three. So I'm thinking the worst too. I'm thinking like, what the fuck? That nigga's there by himself with all three of them. Hell no. Now I felt like I don't even care that my fucking wisdom teeth are fucked up. I gotta go. Like my cousin's not about to be there by himself, and me just be knowing of it and just be sitting here like with them three by himself. No. So I told my friends like come. I told them to come get me. Like and let's. I went with Ty now. Me and Ty now pulled up at the same time. So once we're already on our way, I'm already tapped in and like I'm already like I want to fight. I'm gonna bust this nigga's ass. Like this nigga just has him with a weapon. He already did the shit, some weird shit to me last weekend. I'm gonna fuck him up. I want to fuck him up. I want to fuck him up. That's in my head. Then we get a call talking about Stephen just got there. He's fighting thing. He just fought I'm like what the fuck. I'm like I'm already mad. So it's like no, I need to fight because I did not just like I'm still in the mood like I need to fight, but I'm like, why the fuck? I was thinking in my head, why did Steven like come? But then again, it's like his cousin was there by himself. His cousin was there by himself. Like they're blood cousins, they're actual cousins. So then I understand because it was three of them and just Hayes.
They weren't gonna jump him. They know better than that. They wouldn't do that.
But the way the energy was, right? Like it was just you didn't know what they was gonna do. You didn't know if they was gonna hold Hayes back and then have Calvin like fucking him as his separated or
But
what.
I feel like when they were fighting, Case was the only one breaking up because Justin didn't really do anything all this season. Like he didn't do nothing besides fight Poppy, and he just kind of sat on the sidelines minding his business. So if they wanted to, they could have jumped Hayes. And um no, and Case was trying his best, I remember, to separate them, and then Steven comes in, and they all wanted to just go at each other like dogs. They would have did that, but they didn't. But you come in and you want to fight Calvin, and you just said the reasons why. Now, this is from a viewer standpoint, from what we've seen. It looked like everybody was ganging up on Calvin. It looked like everybody just wanted to get they. Oh, it looked like, especially when you came in, it kind of looked like Lilo, honestly, like, oh well, my friend fought Calvin, so I'm gonna fight Calvin too. Like I want to fight Calvin, but it's like there was no need for you to fight because even though you gave a reason why you said, I felt like you could have just fought him that time that at that moment that he accused you of doing something, honestly speaking. You could have did something right there, but you know, the conversation y'all had off camera should have been on camera since it was brought up on camera by Calvin.
Mhm.
So, especially you have to understand, I got my wisdom teeth pulled out too. I wasn't in pain. I was just on a lot of how they say that shit? What's that shit they put you? Anesthesia. So, that was a safety hazard for you as well because it's like you fighting and getting in something, and then if Calvin was, which he was hitting you, but if he would have hit you even more wrong, you're already in pain, and if he fucks something up right there, dental is very expensive. I'm not putting myself in no type of situation to where, like, oh well, I'm gonna put myself at risk because if you try to sue this little nigga, the judge's gonna be like, well, what the fuck would you doing there in the first place? And you know the system is not designed for us black folk. So that's why we gotta move smarter next time. But I just feel like there was really no need for you and Calvin to fight that night. It really was no point. And I felt like if that was the case, if y'all just wanted to fight each other, I felt like the other two should have went and did something. And then you try to go in after him, and Justin stands in front of you. So you and Justin are having this little whatever y'all having, and Rocky tells him to move, and he moves out the way. Why the fuck would he do that? I don't know.
Exactly. They should have fought me.
They should have. They should have. All y'all should have fought if that was the case, because Calvin shouldn't. There was no need for Calvin to get into three fights, whether it happened 5 seconds apart, 5 hours apart, or 5 years apart. It was
That's
wrong.
that's the
It
only,
just it.
that's the only thing that I did feel bad after we fought, because when you're I'm sorry, but I can't speak for nobody else, but when I'm mad, I'm on a mission. If I don't succeed that mission, I'm gonna be bothered. I'm gonna be upset. So I needed to fight him that in that moment. If I didn't fight him, I would have been upset with myself because
Why you feel like that?
I was already planning to fight him. Now I already knew since this fight happened today that I was not gonna have my chance to fight him tomorrow. Because now when
Yes,
I
you could have. You could
no,
have fought him to next day. You could have fought him before
we,
that.
but we weren't gonna film. That's the thing. After a fight, we stopped filming for a minute. So that's why it's just like I that was my only moment. Like, well, it wasn't my only moment, but like I wanted to fight him regardless, and that I was planning to fight him on that Saturday. So since I didn't get to fight him on that Saturday, I had to go and fight him on that Friday. Even though I didn't like on my way there, I found out he fought Steven. Like I didn't even know how the first fight with him and Hayes went, but I knew that I needed to fight him. So I thought it was just gonna be me and Hayes that fought him that day. I did not know Steven was gonna fight him. No shade. And
You didn't
honestly,
know Steven was coming?
no. Until I was on my way there.
Okay.
And then I like honestly I didn't want either of them to fight him because I wanted to fight him. I wanted to fight him. I told them earlier in the week like this was my plan, but Calvin was pressing him when he got to the house, so I mean he had no choice but to fight him. Like
Okay, so I want to ask you this real quick because it's this whole thing because they're saying that Case and them made a division. Case and them is saying that y'all made a division. Where did the division happen? Why do y'all feel like it was a division? Why do y'all keep pointing the finger at each other like, oh, you did this and you did this? Because they three feel like y'all started the division. This side feels like they started it. Like what happened? Like, because I was told stories. Not saying that they're made up, but it's just like everybody's kind of saying the same thing about each other. So, from your standpoint of view, where do you feel like the division came from, honestly speaking?
um so I feel like the division started from one, it was just it was just honestly naturally made. They were out of state. They rode here. They rode to Boston together. They rode back together. When we weren't in the house, they were in the house together. They spent a lot of time in the house when they were in Boston. When we were in Boston, we came for the filming. Then we went to go do what we had to do. Like this is our every like it was just part of our
Everyday life,
we
just with
have
the camera.
that we have to handle, no shade. So it was just like Karan got to get to his money, we do too. So it's just like we could only be there like so much. We could only be there so much. So like they really spent a lot of time with each other. Like even throughout the week, there was point like they stayed like in the house at a point of time, and they were staying together like every night. So like Calvin, when he came here, he had to stay here like the whole time. So like he couldn't go back home. Like so like when they came here, they spent a lot of time together, and it was just giving like, oh, they were closer. Yeah, we and the thing is, we were all closer too, but like we were open to them. It wasn't given like, oh, it's fuck y'all. A lot of Hayes didn't have no issues with none of them until towards the end. Fucking
Yeah,
time
Hayes Case was cool. Wait, Hayes or Case?
Hayes.
Yeah, Hayes was mostly out the drama. The majority of the time was just doing him. Same
The,
thing with Justin, but like them, they were the only one I felt was doing their own thing.
the only person I had on and off with that whole entire time, like, was Case. Calvin, me and Calvin were cool until he said that shit about me. So that because I wasn't even mad at him that night. I was arguing with Case. Like
Mm-hmm.
with him, it was mainly to a Case. So me and Calvin were cool. That's why I was confused on how he was bringing that shit up. That's why I was just sitting there chilling with like, bitch. If I didn't like you, I would not be that close to you. Like in this house,
Mm-hmm.
I would have been on the other side of the room. And then, fucking. But then we also had on it like it was just like me and Justin was fucking with each other. Like I didn't have beef. Nobody had beef with them, but they kept feeling like, oh, the house is divided because we be outside and they be inside together. That was just it.
So I have a question. So were there times where they invited y'all out and y'all just ghosted them, or were there times where y'all invited them out and they ghosted y'all? Like, did y'all at least try to like let's do something together off camera? Like, why don't y'all come up here for a weekend? Let's go to Six Flags. Whoopty whoop do. Well, Case is not from New York. He's from New Jersey. So
Thank you.
Case and Calvin is from Maryland. Justin's the only one that's from the same state as me. So, do you feel like was there any type of trying, like let's
Yeah,
just try to like do something outside? Who was the one who you feel like was just like because the division was clear. So who do you feel like was responsible for the division, if not Case, like somebody different? Or do you feel like it was a misunderstanding altogether because this person wasn't feeling that person, this person thought this person didn't feel like, because that could happen. And I feel like it was just a lot of misunderstandings, and everybody kind of had their egos because the cameras was on, and they were just like, "Well, we gonna be clicked over here, we gonna be clicked over here." You know that usual shit they did on Bad Girls Club. So do you feel like it was just a big misunderstanding?
yeah. No, I feel like um Case was the one that kind of started it. I feel like it was all three of them that kind of started because I felt like they had like their own conversations trying to split us up. When we talked about them, if it wasn't about the shit, like if they didn't do no shit to us and we were like on good terms with them, we was talking about hanging out with them. I when I asked them where they're at and they didn't respond to me when I texted Justin. After that, I was not making no tries anymore. No, Calvin he tried to hang out with Tynell. Tynell link was trying to link up with him. He stopped responding. So it was given like, okay, he paid it, whatever. I don't know what that gave or whatever, but it is what it is. I don't,
Okay, so
I don't, I don't just be honestly. I'm not the type to just be like, oh, like let's hang out. If you like after like I already tried one, I already tried following Case on Instagram when I first got to the house. He left me and requested, so I'm like I didn't do it. He followed me, I didn't follow him back because bitch, you're not about to just play with me.
it sounds to me like it was a tit for tat on both sides. That's
Yeah,
what it sounds like. It sounds like it was a tit for tat on both sides. So
yeah, but
that's where it really came from. So everybody's responsible for that. And it's okay to say like, okay, we all were responsible. Everybody was doing tit for tat. We all were in our moods. We all was being emotional niggas at that time. We all were being big headed. And it just happened. That's just what happens when you have eight different personalities together.
it wasn't even that though. It was more so like we were cool. Like everybody was cool for the most part. Off cameras, we really used to have like moments. Like everybody used to talk. Everybody used to like everybody was talking to everybody. It wasn't given like it's just straight
There were
beat.
times, there was good times. Yep.
That's why. And then I don't. So I was just like it just felt like we had to follow a narrative, and that's what was pissing me off. And I hate
They
like,
probably felt the same way too, though. You got to think about it too, because it was tit for tat. They probably felt the same way
but
too. Not taking up for them, but
they were
from
the
what you
narrative, and I don't know if it's because they spent more time with the people, like the producers and stuff, and like I don't know if they felt like they were just more of the fab. Like I don't know, but I just feel like they were doing more to cause a scene. They was doing more to like make shit shake.
let me ask you this, because I'm glad you brought that up. Do you feel like production favored one side than the other? Do you feel like production kind of had their hand? And I know it's more than one person. So do you feel like production kind of was like over here and over there? Do you feel like the other side got more camera time than y'all?
All right. So like once we got towards the beginning, like once we were at the middle of the like season, I was like, yes, for sure. Like yes, 100% yes. Like we even said something to him because we were just like, like we need more camera time too. Like you, like these bitches getting mad camera time, and we're like, it's looking like it's about them, and it's not. So
Okay.
towards the end, I felt like he like made sure they did a better job with getting us to getting more of us. So towards the end, I felt like it was more about us. But at the beginning, I'm like, damn, all I see is them, them, them. Like I have to, I had to skip through it and everything. Like I'm trying to watch the show and see me and my bitches, not them all. And like, just it was just sometimes.
Okay, so fast forward to everything calms down. Y'all take like a 2 week break. I feel like it was more than 2 weeks. I feel like it was a month. And then y'all come back. Everybody's cool. Kumbaya. Y'all go to the club, which is the last episode. You're drunk as hell, and you had on a skirt, and then I don't know what you had on. First, you were voguing. You went to a voguing thing, and I guess Tanel got mad. How was the voguing thing for you? Because we
The
didn't see that y'all could vogue.
right, the Vogue thing pissed me off. Cause no, the judges were just they were being tough that night. No shade. They were being No, it wasn't even actually. Let me not say the judges. It was not the judges. It was the people in the crowd having some shit to say, and then now that it's being brought about, now shit has to change and shit got to like be played serious. When it's a kiki ball, we're just trying to have fun. It's a mini ball. It's not even a kiki ball. It was like something. It's just like a fun thing. So like yeah, there's categories you got to wear certain shit. I wore the wrong color, so I could not walk my category. I got my LSS, but I didn't walk. Like I did my tens, but I got chopped because my effect wasn't with the right colors. So that pissed me off bad because it was just like, bitch, I was looking forward to really eating the fuck up. But and then we were recording tonight, like bitch, y'all would have really seen me voguing like. Uh, But no, that night I can understand why Tana was frustrated because like they were just being mad. It was just like people were being mad corny in the crowd. No shade. And
Mm, I felt like y'all did okay. I felt like y'all did good because I'm not in the voguing scene. I don't do the voguing. No disrespect to anybody else that does that. But I felt like move wise, y'all did good. But I don't know how it comes to y'all winning those categories. But I think you and Tynell did fine. I kind of wish we could have saw the more voguing and a little bit more of what y'all do at home. Because Calvin even said he does modeling and stuff, and we didn't even get to see that. He said he submitted stuff in, but it never got shown. It just seemed like this whole season just drama, 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 drama. And I wish that we could have seen more of
fun,
you Vogan, you and Ty Vogan, or like, Calvin, modeling.
enjoying shit, like shit, cute shit. Like they wanted, like that's the thing. I was trying to have fun. I came on the show. I didn't even really want to do a show because I already knew people were gonna fight eventually. Like that's what it was given. But I wanted to have fun. Like I wanted to be the person on the show that like it's a turn up person always having fun. Like you see them, they're always lit. Like that type of person. But so much shit was happening, and so many people were just being weird and phony, and like I can't really blame just the production. I really blame the people who switched up on camera. So Calvin and Case, very much. Justin, he was always really quiet, pretty much. But um Case and Calvin, they like gave I Want to Be the Star of the Show. And I know some people feel that way about me, but bitch, if that's how I was acting on the camera, that's how I act off camera too. Like, I'm not a different person on and off camera. I mean, I'm friendly. I'm friendly as fuck, but that's the thing. They weren't showing my friend like
Your
the
fun side, your friend side. It was mostly showing Lilo aggravated, Lilo trying
yeah,
to hop in shit that ain't got shit to do with him. Uh,
like me being like they didn't do the goofy. Like I'm goofy as shit. Like bitch. Like what the fuck? I don't know. I don't know. It was stupid. That's why I was just. I kind of got. I kind of got over the show towards the end because it's just. Ow! Ooh. My cat just scratched.
I got a cat too.
She just jumped on my back.
I got a cat too.
Let me see. Mine's just a
He
cat.
not here. He not here right now. Someone not here. I'll show him to you. I'll probably call you after and show you him. Um, so the club scene, I want to get through that real quick so we can get to the main. Well, we kind of did get past the main, but you know what I'm talking about. So the club scene, we see you guys dressed up. It's hot as hell. Everybody's out in skirts and shit. Y'all drunk as hell. Tynell and Calvin get into it, which once again, I feel like it's given everybody want to fight Calvin because my friend, I feel like it was no need for that. But that's a conversation me and Tynell are gonna have. Now
Mm-hmm.
with you kind of went up to Calvin. You wasn't really trying to fight him because you did say, Calvin, I like you, but what is it given? He felt like Tynell was basically being fake towards you and Rocky behind your back, and you came and missed the conversation. Was like, well, what was said? And as he's trying to explain to you, it just seemed like nobody just wanted to hear. So he walks away. Tynell follows him. You go up and you say, I don't know what you said, but then Case is on the side yelling, Lilo, don't jump in. And you kind of just was like, and then kind of walked away a little bit. So what was going through your mind, even though you were drunk? Case yelling at you, saying like, "Don't jump in." Like, what were you trying to do? Because you were kind of like, I don't think it was going to hit him, but
No, I didn't. At that time, I wasn't even. All right, so this is what happened.
hmm
That night at the club, um, I walk out. So much shit was going on. One of my friends got drunk, like fucking, fucking flirt with me and shit. Then fucking my friends getting touched on by these two fucking weird ass niggas that was in the club and they're doing it like for the second time, and she's already told them to stop. And then that whole Calvin shit. So when I walk up to them, first of all, I'm walking up to my friend, but she was right next to them and she heard them talking about me. That's why when I walked up, I'm like, Calvin, like I like you, but what are you giving? Like why like who are they talking about? You da da da. So and that's my bitch. Like I don't care what anybody said. That's my bitch. So and I know they probably were talking about me. That's why I'm just like, what? So
they
he's
weren't talking about you, but they were talking about the. Well, they were, but they were talking about a situation that was you were kind of in, but they weren't bashing you. So when she said
right,
that, I'm just like, girl, like you starting trouble. You don't even know, like,
but
listen to the whole conversation before you just make that accusation.
but
That's where I was coming from.
that's the thing. I wasn't giving like, oh, bitch, I want to fight. But it's like, what are you giving? If you're talking about me, why are you like, bitch? What's your problem? But if you're like, what happened? If you're just talking about me, what the fuck happened? So tell me what happened. What is it giving? And he's like, oh no, I was talking about you. Da, da, da. And I'm like, what Tyna was saying? And he started. It just seemed like he didn't want to like say what he had to say. So that's when I was like, let me go get Tyna because you're saying he's talking about me. So bitch, why don't you just say why he's here? Because I don't feel like you're gonna say this when he's here. So then I go get Ty now. We come back. They start getting ready. I'm not trying to fight Calvin. I'm not focused on that. But I know
Right.
Ty now and
And
Calvin,
we seen.
they were going at it. Like they were already going at it before, like on Instagram and shit. Like just at it was already kind of beefing. So it, was given, it needed to be squashed. Whatever they need to be squashed, they need to be squashed. So I was like, they're gonna either talk it out or fight it out. Boom. They tried to fight. Bitch, Case talking about don't hop in. Bitch, I wasn't hopping in. That was never my plan. I don't just jump people. That's not me. I don't just jump. No. If it's gonna be one on one, it's gonna be one on one. And that's what I'm saying. Another thing is like that's what I'm saying. If y'all don't, he already walked up to Ty now at the car and was just trying to give it for no what was the reason? Like y'all have to realize Calvin is not as innocent as everybody was trying to make it look. This nigga was a problem starter. He was a problem starter. This nigga was creating like literally he I'm honestly amazed at how he can come up with shit right off the bat like that. Like I honestly give him props because that nigga could really make up some shit real quick and really like play the part. So shout out to him for that.
Can I
Um,
ask what did he do? I don't mean to cut you off. That's why I always have my hand up.
mhm.
Um,
Like how
what would he say? Like, how was he? How would he start stuff? Because this is what we need to know. Like, what did he do behind the scenes that pissed y'all off?
hmm,
Like, at
hmm.
least one thing or maybe two.
So I feel like the whole with me, that whole scenario, like the house meeting thing, he made it a big thing by putting us all in a house meeting for that instead of having a conversation with me or like and then wait until after to have like a three-way conversation with me, him, and Justin to do it. Then fucking like I felt like he told Justin that I did that. Like I don't feel like Justin just said that himself. I feel like or like he was trying to make I don't know. I just feel like I do know, but like I feel like he was trying to make it seem like make him believe it so that I don't know how to explain it. But
You don't gotta explain nothing. You don't feel comfortable saying anything. You don't gotta do that either. It's
then
your story, your truth, whatever you don't want to say. You feel comfortable.
and there's just it was just a lot of shit. Like he'll like it will like he'll try to play innocent. And like I'm not every time people tell me to give examples of shit, I never like because I don't sit here and dwell on like shit too much. Like I try not to give a fuck about shit because I got other shit to be dealing
Like you
with.
don't care. It happened. It's in the can forever. Moving on.
Right, what bitch? Once I don't like you, I don't have to deal with you no more, bitch. Bye. I don't. You're deleted out my memory. That's what it gives. But then it was just a lot of things, and I don't know why Case felt the need to say anything to me. I paid him because bitch, you're not, you're trying to like. I don't see what he was given. I don't know. He's just not really. I don't fuck with him like that. It's just like I paid him because it's just like bitch, you're right there and you're not doing nothing. If you wanted to do something, you would have done something. And
Okay.
I'm not here to fight. I'm here to figure out what was said about me. So bitch, what was said about me? They couldn't get that out, so they wanted to fight, let them fight. Then they got separated. I'm screaming, let them fight, let them fight. Like I'm mad because now, bitch, how the fuck they barely got any hits in? Which I didn't see all of that. Like from my point of view, I must have been lit as fuck because from my point of view, it looked like they fought like mad quick. Like it seemed like it was.
Girl, it was a lot of hair pulling. They was swinging. I'm not gonna lie though. Calvin got more hits in than Tynell. Like Tynell missed like a couple. Like Calvin did that. I'm sorry. That is a strong little motherfucker. Listen,
Boy,
he can't beat everybody in the world, but that nigga stood in his paint. All
I,
y'all stood in y'all paint, but
I'm
that nigga right there, he ain't no Muhammad Ali. I ain't kissing his ass, but I'm just calling it how I see it. But I feel like that fight should have never happened. But
I,
that's a conversation I'm gonna have with Tynell.
at the club, and everybody was coming out my outfit. Sorry, I was trying to read the comments. Everybody was trying to come out my outfit, but no shade. If you was there in person, my outfit was cute as fuck. Bitches didn't see it when I first got drunk. Y'all have to remember that. Like, bitch, y'all don't understand. Bitch, I had this nice ass tank that was cut to the side and it had like a little bow tied in the back. And I had this skirt on. And bitch, I don't wear skirts. This was a skirt night at the club. This was the theme of the night at the club. And I already had the skirt because I was wearing it for a ball. as an effect. So that's the reason why I have that skirt. But
Hmm.
I have a skirt night too, bitch. I'm gonna use it for that night too. So, boom, that's what I did. And so all the bitches trying to sit there and come at my outfit, whatever, bitch. I was cute and I know I looked good because mad people was on my body. So, oh, y'all suck my dick. But also, but also, like, yeah, I wasn't even focused on that. My friend, she was going through her shit. I wanted to fight the niggas that was fucking with her. Cause bitch, case we was just in the club talking about we're cool now. So what the fuck? We just had a. I thought this was the last episode. We're sitting here kumbaya and shit. Like, bitch, now you're talking about Lilo. Don't hop in, bitch. Shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? When did you ever see me jump in any fight? I only ever separated fights. Only.
Probably because of what happened the last time. He probably wanted to, step up more. I mean, I feel like he tried his best. He said his hand was broken while he didn't fight y'all that same day that y'all fought Calvin. But I felt like Justin should have fought.
Always listen. When shit don't go his way, he always got an excuse. That's one thing y'all gonna realize about him. He's gonna always have a comeback for whatever shit, anything that go. I don't even care. I don't. I'm gonna fuck Calvin up. I mean Case up too, cause bitch, I'm going to Jersey and I'm fucking him up because of that reunion, bitch. That's
Speaking of, first of all, I want to say, how tall are you?
6'1".
Huh? 6'1"? I'm 6'2". I didn't catch that when I seen you. I didn't catch that. Huh?
Felt like I was taller than you.
I don't think you were taller than me. No. No.
Oh yeah,
I think I was taller than all y'all. 'Cause I was like, y'all some short motherfuckers.
I was just about your height.
Boy, if I ever see you again, we're gonna have to size each other up.
Okay.
So now I'm about to get into what everybody wants to know because unfortunately the reunion is supposed to be out 2 days ago, but there was some technical difficulties. So we probably won't get a reunion probably until the next 2 weeks or so. I don't know. I'm not production. I don't speak with production like that. Um, so the reunion. Now, when I got there, I came with another person who was on the show because I was already friends with that person and another person who was on the cast. So when we got there, I tried to walk in. I got told I couldn't come in because I wasn't a part of the cast. So I was standing outside for 40 minutes like it was Zeus Network in Houston. And then I got to go in, and I had the all access pass. So when I got to go in, I wanted to see everybody. Lilo, Rocky, Kayshawn, Calvin, Justin, who I already met before, was a sweetheart. Tynell, kinda, and I was already with the other two the entire weekend. So I went in the room and I was chilling with y'all, and that's how we met.
Hmm.
And you guys gave a different vibe than what y'all gave on the show. And I don't know if you caught me, but I was sitting there making faces. I'm just like, what the hell? So you remember the conversation we had when I pulled you to the side, right?
Hmm.
Okay. So we already had that conversation. So we had that conversation, and then I wanted to see the other three. They weren't there. So I asked security when they get here, escort me to them. You were in the room. So for everybody that's watching, when I was in the room with them, not kissing their ass, they were on a whole positive different type of timing. Everybody was voguing, everybody was having fun, nobody was talking shit about nobody. So when the other three got here and then when I went in to go see them, because I couldn't wait to meet Calvin and Case, just like some of y'all. When I went in the room, first of all, it was humid as hell. I don't know why Karan still to this day had them in there. And it was small. So when I get in there, the first thing that the first person I see is Case. We hug. He was sweet. He gave me a compliment. We sat down on the couch. We kicked it off. I'm like, yes. So when I go meet Calvin, he kind of gave this little snubbish vibe. So when I went to go meet Justin, it was the same as when we first met, but I can tell they was all on edge. Case was walking back and forth. a little bit, but we sat down and had a conversation about something else other than this show. And Calvin was doing what he was doing, but me and Calvin had a conversation. I like Calvin. Calvin's cool. So the same thing that I told y'all in that room when I said, are we willing to have a conversation instead of acting like fools this time? And y'all basically gave y'all answer. So I said the same thing with this side. They basically gave their answer. They said ain't no more talking. So I'm like, okay, this ain't got nothing to do with me. So when I try to talk to them to at least try to make them see, like I was playing Mother Teresa when I really shouldn't have, but there was nobody to mediate this shit because this shit is serious. Someone's gonna get hurt. So uh that's when I had a conversation with Justin. I said that conversation should have been between you and Lilo, you know, all that whoopty woo stuff. So the people with the camera came in and I left. I came back in the room with y'all and I didn't say anything. So
I realized
I
that.
huh?
I realized that. No, it's
I
just
didn't. The reason I did not say nothing was because I wasn't about to sit there and start some shit and me just meeting y'all. I'm not about to sit there and start no shit in no reunion that ain't got shit to do with me. Two, they're gonna know that I said it. Not that I'm scared of them niggas, because if I said it, I said it. But I'm not gonna sit here and play kumbaya and then come back and pump y'all up, especially when the show has nothing to do with me and I'm not a cast member. That's not what my job is, and that's not what I came there to do. I didn't come there to do interviews and ask all the questions. I came there to really kick with y'all. I was asking y'all questions outside of the show. And then when we were talking about the show, I asked y'all real questions like, how can we handle this? Instead of saying, you did this and you did this and you did that, and you look like a soft ass bitch. No, that's not my place. So the reunion starts. You guys go on the couch, and then the other two come out. Calvin's in the back, Steve is in the back, Poppy's not there. So y'all were talking. I want to know what happened from when y'all last seen each other all the way to to now coming back together because a lot happened on that stage. What happened that made y'all wanted to just kill each other?
first of all, I didn't like you said. I didn't want to. I told you when you came in the room, like I was like, I don't have no problem with nobody. Me and
We
Kate
said that.
on the after we was on the after show live show together, and he was giving like he still want he's not coming for me that like coming for me at the reunion. I'm like,
Who
bitch,
said that, Case or Calvin?
Calvin.
I was there for that because I was like, oh, I love the growth. So
Yeah,
what happened? Like, what was your beef with Case? Why? What happened between you and Case? Because Case is saying that he got the green light from somebody, or basically that somebody was you because y'all had words and y'all was gonna fight each other when y'all seen y'all. So it wasn't no more talking. So what happened between you and Case?
another thing Calvin did. He said he told him when I was in the club. Um, when I was in the club drunk, he's saying I told him, which I don't think I told him this. I don't think I told him this. I'm drunk. I know for a fact. I didn't tell him this, but I don't know Calvin. Like I don't know if but I'm not gonna be no pussy shit and say I didn't say it. Because now, if I felt like if I said I didn't say it, I was gonna look like pussy. So I'm gonna like be like, I mean, if I said it, I said it. But like I was drunk. But sorry, my cat. But yeah, I said that I was gonna fuck him up.
Fuck
Like
Case up?
yeah, I was gonna fuck Case up.
Why?
I forget. I don't know. I don't remember even me saying that. I was drunk. Like I don't.
Oh, he said that you said you was gonna fuck Case up.
Yeah, he told
So
Case.
you and Case never had no type of conversation after the show was over.
Nope.
So what the hell happened? Nobody was talking shit on social media.
Nope.
Okay, so
I don't talk about them on my social. I do not give them bitches no type of time of day on my fucking social media until unless it was on that G page. That's the only time. And then I posted something on my story when I seen them commenting after a reunion. But before the reunion, I did not give them no time of day at all on my shit because y'all was not getting no type of recognition on my shit. Bitch, my Instagram is a whole nother that's a whole nother side of me. So bitch, you're not playing with that. You're not with you and me, we're on two different two different pathways when it comes to social media. So you're doing this for it. I'm being a bad bitch. You wanna like he made me his profile picture and everything. Like he's really like he just gave me fan. Like after a while, it started giving me like he was a fan and shit. Because I don't know. And I remember, first of all, them niggas don't even smoke real weed. Them niggas smoke fucking CBD, CB fucking D, and they used to fucking eyeball me when I was rolling up on some fiend shit. I don't know. I still want to beat Case's ass, so I didn't mean to like. Now I really want to beat Case's ass. After that reunion, I want to beat his ass. There's no ifs, ands, but about it. There's no questions. There's no. It's just point blank. Period. When I go to Jersey, I'm beating his ass, and that's just that. I don't care. And then, but wait, what was the question?
What happened with you and Case and why was y'all? What sparked that?
I
What
think
happened?
after the reunion, we did not talk. I didn't talk shit about him or my shit. I did not even worry about them niggas like that. I'm actually trying to figure out when the fuck the reunion's coming and when we're gonna get that money, the money. So that's it. I wasn't worried. Like I just wanted to get this reunion done and over with. You know, you do what you gotta do. Who, bye. Like it wasn't given. Oh, I'm ready to. I'm just trying to fight bitches. I came here for the money because I had to. And yeah, I'm.
So when y'all came out on stage and y'all seen how they was dressed, well, Justin actually looked nice, but Case and you know, what was going through your mind when you seen Case dressed up like how he was dressed up? Because Case is not a bum to me, so it's like when you dressed up like that.
He's a bum. He's a bum. You wasn't on the show, but he wore the same jeans like every weekend. Like, bitch, he's a bum. Don't know. Um, yeah, I wasn't really honestly. She keep crying. Honestly, when the reunion, I didn't even really like pay too much attention to them when they got on the stage. Bitch, I was lit. I had my glasses on. I was feeling cute. And they came on. I already knew. I looked over at them. I seen them mad as fuck. So I'm like these bitches are mad. Like, what the fuck? Why are they like? Y'all came looking like that. I'm sorry, but like for a reunion, I don't care if you like. At least you could have put on your best, your cute outfit first, and then like change. Cause like we gotta have some type of dialogue. Y'all came just wanting to fight. Y'all came not even trying to give the fucking fans a fucking reunion to watch. Y'all just wanted to fight.
You know, I said that when they came up there, I said that because I just felt like they was wrong for how they did it because I was there.
Right.
That shit happened 5 feet. I could have reached out and touched somebody myself. So for the people that seen the trailer, they're like, "Oh, that's what they get. That's what they deserve." Now here's my thing. I felt bad because of the conversation me and you had. And I felt like that I was even trying to get your not get your guard down because y'all was gonna defend yourselves regardless. But I felt like I got you into an open mindset. Say if you were very problematic in real life, that you was open to okay, this is what I did wrong, and I could have did something wrong. And you know what? I should have did that, but today I feel different, so I apologize, or it is what it is. I'm man enough to say if you want to fight, we could do that. But I'm
Exactly.
here to own up to my shit, and I feel like that's the from what we had. Because I feel like nobody came and told y'all it's okay for y'all to admit y'all fuck ups. Because a lot of y'all fucked up on that show. Like some of y'all didn't, but a lot of y'all did. And you were one of them. So I was basically saying, like, we're
Wait.
human. We're human. Nobody's going to hold a gun to y'all head. Because nobody's really there to talk to y'all about it. To really get, like, okay. Because we are not dealing with no real housewives. We dealing with some different ass personalities. It even got to the point where before the reunion, I even got Hayes and Calvin when they both came on the King and Carrie thing to like talk about it at the reunion. Besides fighting, which is what they were originally gonna do. So when what happened, I was confused. But I'm like, it ain't got nothing to do with me. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. From what I seen, I remember looking at y'all. And I remember looking at Case and Justin. The way they were sitting, first of all, in that room, I already knew something was going to happen. But I didn't know what they were gonna do. They never told me. They don't know me from a can of paint. Like, who the fuck are we to tell this nigga anything? And I didn't really give a fuck. I'm just here to be like, what's your name? What's your name? How you doing? That's it.
Honestly, I didn't
So,
fight that early in the reunion. Like, I,
huh?
I didn't think we were gonna fight at that moment. Like, I thought it was gonna be like we were gonna literally do a little something, like talk a little something or something, and
Mm-hmm.
like, cause what, like that shit really just pissed me. Like at that moment, I was ready to kill that nigga. No shade.
I
I,
was there. So, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. What were you saying?
no, I was just saying, that shit was crazy, and I was, um,
I mean, I was sitting right there.
it was just like
So,
so unexpected for me. It was very unexpected.
so y'all sit down. Karan asked a question, and all I remember was,
It was the playback video. He did the playback video of the first episode.
yeah, he did that. Rocky spoke, Case spoke, Justin spoke. Mind you, this is all within like 10 seconds each speech. You spoke, Hayes spoke, and Tynell spoke. 10 seconds each. You say what you said. You should have did something. You should have fought so and so. You should have fought Case. Case goes and agrees with it. Now I'm sitting there and I'm just like, something's gonna happen. I just feel it. So I didn't know that Case was gonna get up and do that. And I
Me
didn't hear what he said, but
again.
I heard him mumbling something, and then he got up, and then you got up, and y'all start fighting. Security breaks y'all up, or is trying to break y'all up. In the midst of breaking y'all up,
This is why.
Calvin comes from
Who
Calvin comes from the back when he
that
wasn't really supposed to, and throws a drink at Hayes. Now this is where I was lost, because everybody in the audience was like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck?" And everybody was like, "Where the fuck did he come from? He's not supposed to come out da 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 da." And it was like, "How y'all let him come out da da da?" This is what was said in the audience. Mind you, I was there, so I'm just sitting there like the whole time that shit was going down. Mind you, Steve is still in the back, so he throws a drink at Hayes. Rocky throws a drink and it clocks Calvin in his face. Calvin gets off the stage. Him and Rocky start fighting. Security breaks it up. Tynell clocks Calvin from behind.
heard
And
that
I
shit.
looked over at Justin. Oh, and this is in the midst of while Case tried to throw a chair at you. And you were still trying to come after him. And then security literally had to pick you up and drag you all the way out after you were dragging him by his foot on the floor and he was laughing at you. Security literally had to pick you up and take you into the back room, and you kept running back out. Case kept trying to go after you, but after a while, Case went into the room. In the midst of that, Tynell hits Calvin from behind. He turns around. I looked at Justin. I said, Justin's going to do something. And Lord and behold, he runs up, hits Tynell. They start fighting like fighting. While they're fighting, security is still trying to get you away from that scene. You're still running back. In the midst of that, Hayes and Calvin start fighting. So then they start throwing hands. So we got two fights happening at the same time. Security's not stopping it. We got you trying to still go after Case. Case Sean's in the back now doing what he's doing. Security comes and breaks up Justin and Tynell. They got Justin pinned against the wall. While Justin and what's his name was fighting, Case comes in and got loose for some reason and jumped in and was hitting Tynell. And I even told him he was wrong for that because we don't jump. I don't. I don't know him from Volcano Pain. But I felt like Justin didn't need no help fighting, especially me standing there. It was kind of like you doing that. It's like, okay, I understand where you were coming from, but it's like he was already fighting, but he did it.
And then that's when it
So,
came up.
hold on. So, what I remember was security got Case away. They got Justin pinned up on the wall. Tynell's in the back screaming. They just separating Hayes and Calvin from fighting. I don't know where the fuck Case is at this point. Rocky's in the going crazy, and it's just mayhem. Y'all go in the back. I went in the back to, you know, touch you up. I said they could have handled that a little bit differently. I did say they was wrong, and I told them that. Downstairs, they ran downstairs. Now I ran after Hayes to stop him. We get downstairs, nobody's downstairs. So I'm like, what are we doing downstairs? So Steven comes outside and he's by the elevator. You weren't here for this, so I don't know if you're.
I went downstairs.
I don't remember seeing you. I really don't. I wasn't even trying to get involved. I was
Oh,
trying to just like break it up because there wasn't even no security at that point. I'm like, where the fuck is security? So
yep.
I remember Steven. I remember Steven was like saying like somebody's coming off the elevator. Oh wait, I skipped the part. Y'all came back in and was mad. Karan came in. I didn't see what happened with Kayshawn, Karan, and them going at it. And remember, he came in the room and said what he said.
Yeah.
So we're downstairs, and I was going back upstairs. So Rocky asked me to tie his hair up. I tied his hair up. My thing popped on him.
I went
Um,
downstairs again, back upstairs.
we were going back upstairs
Uh,
though. I wasn't getting involved in shit. We were going back upstairs, and all of a sudden I heard, and I'm just like, oh shit. So I go back downstairs, and it's this big ass security guard. Two of them. Calvin's in the corner over here. One of his friends is over here. Steven's over here. I don't even know who's in the back. I'm too busy trying to like. At first, they wasn't doing nothing, but then Steven tries to run in the elevator. Security pushes him out. Calvin tries to throw hands. There was at one time they were trying to like. They was like, I don't know who. I think Steven picked up a wet floor sign, threw it at Calvin, missed. Calvin picks it back up, and that's when the trail you see all our hands go up like this because we were trying to stop it, and it
mhm.
was just mayhem. And then I remember, I yelled at somebody, which now I know that person's position, trying to get involved in Steven and Calvin's fight because I wasn't getting involved. I have no business touching any of you, not Saphion's business. So I yelled at that person and said, "Don't jump in." That's just me. Let them fight. But we couldn't even fight. So now security is going on me. And I'm like, wait. So then I removed myself from that. And I remember Hayes tried to run up in the elevator the same time, Steven. And I grabbed Hayes and holded him back.
That's when I came
That's
down.
that's all I remember. I may have to see it again because I'm probably missing stuff. I have to see it again because and then Karan's mom comes downstairs cursing all us out.
Yep. I was down there at that time, and I said some
I
shit.
don't I don't remember seeing you. All I remember was that we went downstairs.
I was like, oh
All I
well.
remember was
I don't know what to
all I
tell
remember was
you.
that Case got
Like,
up and pulled a K Capri, and then it just started from there. I literally thought I was at a cabaret reunion.
yeah, that shit. I don't even care. Like, honestly, that reunion pissed me off so much because,
I
like,
didn't even know Kayshawn was in here. Um,
who's
but
that? That's Case.
I think so. Yeah,
Oh,
at the
yeah.
bottom.
When I see you when I see you in Jersey, just remember, bitch, I'm fucking you up. It's no if ands but about it. You're a punk ass weird ass bitch for leaving. You're I don't even give a fuck. You're a punk ass weird ass bitch for leaving, bitch. You should have stayed there and you should have when I hit you up to see where you was at so we could have fought out on the street, bitch. You didn't want to up. You're a punk ass weird ass bitch. Honestly, I'm not gonna even make this about you because this is my interview right now. So whatever you gotta say, you could say, bitch. When I see you, I see you. Case closed.
I feel like y'all not gonna see each other again.
Oh no, I'm coming to Jersey, and if you don't
Cause
hit,
y'all in Boston, he's in Jersey, Justin's in New York, Calvin's somewhere in Maryland. I just feel like it's just never gonna.
there's a
And if
ball.
I was to hang out with both groups, I'm not making y'all see each other. That's just not what I'm about to do.
There's a
I will keep y'all far away from each other as possible. I
there's a ball.
wouldn't even bring up nobody's name.
There's a ball in Jersey all the time. So next one of those balls, I'll be out there. I'm gonna hit him up, bitch. I wanna see like, what's up? If he don't come, he's a bitch ass nigga, and that's just that. The fact that already has to have Calvin come with him is already lame as fuck. Like you're a weird ass bitch ass nigga. Like it's okay though. It's really okay because I'm gonna handle mine.
Well, I talked to both of them like how I told you earlier in the show, and they both explained their both sides of the story of what happened, and they also explained their personal insights. They had some problems with production. There was some breakdowns. all that other stuff. The last scene that we seen kind of disturbed me. I really wish Case would have slapped the shit out of him because apparently allegedly there was some touching going on. I don't condone that shit whatsoever. So I'm just confused on how like that's why I asked you like what happened between you and K Sean that it got like that.
I literally, after that last night at the club, I don't know where all his animosity came from. I didn't talk about him on no media because I don't do that shit. I didn't like. I seen them talking mad shit. I was talking about them on the Gemini T page because bitch, that's what they were doing. But bitch, I did barely like paid that shit any mind because most of the time it didn't really have to do with me. So it was just like, what the fuck do I have to say? Unless they were like, it's literally them just throwing shots on their story, just talking about us, and it's like y'all are doing this for fans and shit, and it's just lame as fuck. But bitch, I was not talking about y'all. I was not worried about y'all, bitch. At the reunion, bitch, nobody like you bitches were just so mad. I don't understand what Case was so big mad about. Probably because Calvin's talking his ear up, talking about I want to fight him or whatever. So since I want to fight him, bitch, now I want to fight him because now, bitch, you got all this animosity towards me for what? Like I
Well,
really
he said something different. He said that you said you wanted to fight him regardless. So he was like, it's up and stuck.
look. Last thing, Calvin asked me this on the after show. It's recorded. Calvin asked me this on the after show, talking about, like you told me that you wanted to fight Case, and I was like, I did, like, and then I'm sitting here like trying to figure out when I said it, but then I'm like, I mean, if I said it, but like they're like, are you gonna fight him at the? But I mean, I don't feel no reason to fight him. But like, if he wants to fight, we could fight. I'm not gonna not fight him if he wants to fight me. The fuck. But like I said, I don't. If he want, like, I'm not coming there to fight nobody. I'm not there. Like, I'm not there to. Who I got beef with, bitch. Me and Case ended up on good. We ended the show on good terms. That's why it was given, bitch. Why are you talking mad shit now? Actually, the last episode, it didn't even show up. There was a last episode, that beach episode, when we're all at the beach turning up.
Hmm.
Like we didn't go inside the beach just because we were waiting for them that whole time. We thought they were coming. Then they didn't come, so we're like, okay, so did you might as well just turn up, sit here and turn up, and then go do what we gotta go do. But they were supposed to come for that episode so we could all just like have a conversation about it, but or whatever, like just enjoy our last episode or whatever. But I know some people had beef, so I know some people were gonna fight. Case wasn't one of the people. So why are you like? I don't know. It was just given like they were just weird. They didn't show up. So I mean, I was mad that they didn't come to the last episode thing because it was just like y'all really wasting my time. I didn't have to come out here. I could have been doing something else. But since you bitches didn't come, we needed y'all to come so we can film like a real like good show. But no, these bitches didn't want to come. They wanted to go home early because they want some scary shit. I don't understand why.
I don't think Case was scary. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Case was scary
Group, they was on some scary shit because why did they all leave
at the reunion or at the last filming.
at the last episode?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't there, but the reunion they got kicked out because
They
Karana said it when he
back to,
walked in the room.
they didn't come back to where they were staying. Like,
Oh, they probably was over it.
all right, if you're over it though, come for the last episode. It's our last episode. Finish it off. We're over it too, bitch. I didn't want to go, bitch. I could have been doing something. Like, no, like that's what irritated me because I wanted to like, bitch. I wanted to do something else, but I was here with you. I had to come here for you, bitches, and you bitches didn't even come. So now I'm aggravated. Now it's fuck y'all, but it's not like. But anyways, yeah. Me and Case, bitch. I don't know. I don't care. I'm fucking him. I want to see him. He's weird as fuck. That reunion shit was so fucking whack to me. That shit was so fucking whack to me, and I'm just mad I didn't get a round two.
Yeah, because they was not letting y'all back near each other. But I feel like production wise,
Fuck.
even though I was giving Karan his flowers, I feel like he has to be prepared because this is not his first rodeo. and there should have been 15 security guards on deck. Because the fact that Calvin was able to come out the back room and Steven didn't, because if Steven would have did it, and let's just be honest, it would be like, oh, they bullying, they trying to do that shit they did on the show. I'm gonna just call it how I see it, and I understand Calvin told me why he did it and why he was mad, but I felt like it could have went a little bit different. But I just feel like there should have been a lot more security. There should have been no reason why Calvin came out the room and slipped out like they let him. There should have been no reason why Case was able to slip away and jump in a fight that had nothing to do with him. There was no reason why Rocky was getting held back more than everybody else. There was no reason how you even got to slip away and kept coming back. Like it was just so much. And then Calvin picked up a ring lighter and threw it on Hayes, and it was just like Case pit. That whole shit was just. And
Yeah,
everybody's saying in the comments like hyping that shit up like it was fun. In person, it really wasn't. Like it was entertaining, but it really wasn't entertaining. It was just like okay, because this is what I feel like. Karan was gonna originally shut the reunion. You were there. They was gonna say, "Oh, the reunion shut down. Everybody go home." I paid money. I'm the reason. Y'all the reasons why I was down there in the first place, or up in Boston. So it's like,
can't shut that shit down.
and they didn't. That's actually the first reunion he didn't shut down because all the other reunions he had, he shut down. The only like the Come Up New York reunion, I was there. You literally see me sitting down. I was wearing a black shirt with these ripped up jeans. My outfit was bomb. I don't give a fuck. But that shit that happened, that shit really happened, and in person, that shit was crazy. Like, this is why I stopped judging stuff so much a long time ago, because it's like in person, it's even more worse than it was on screen. And then when you know what's going on behind the scenes and producers coming in and certain people trying to run up, and it was
It was World War III in that bitch.
yeah, it was definitely everybody fought. Everybody that's watching this, if y'all gonna be surprised or happy, y'all if y'all thought people should have fought in the house now, y'all gonna be happy now because everybody fought but Steven. Well, no, he kind of did because of the elevator thing, but everybody fought. Everybody fought.
Everybody got touched.
Everybody got hit. It is what it is. So, how
Mm,
do you feel about it now? Like, are you ready to watch it over again? Are you gonna watch it over again?
no, no, that shit. It's done. It's over with. I'm done. I'm over with. It's next moves. I'm trying to honestly, no shade. I'm really trying to be a model and some modeling shit. And I'm really trying to work on like being a promoter on Instagram and shit. So it's just
Oh,
like I like I don't know. My focus is not that show. The show I did it for fun. It wasn't honestly. I swear on everything I love. I wasn't doing it to be loved by people. I don't know. I wasn't doing it to like okay. I feel like I was partially doing it for like to get like followers and stuff, but like no, gain exposure. I wasn't
the
doing it.
show.
Yeah, I just wanted to be seen. I just wanted bitches to know how cute I was and how fun I am and how lit I was. But that's not how the show turned out. So since that show didn't turn out that way, I didn't. That's not. It just felt like it was more so everybody was on like the Lilo hate train rather than like trying to even understand like shit that was even really going on. But then again, the way it's edited, the way everything happened, the way everything happened, I could see why bitches weren't feeling the way I was acting through the show. But like you said, a lot of people, the people that know me for who I am, like they know like I'm not no fucking like problematic ass bitch like I look like on the fucking show. I'm not no messy ass crazy ass bitch. Well, I am a little crazy, but like I'm not messy. Like I'm not a problematic bitch. I don't like drama. I'm here for a good time, fun time. Can you move? Here for a
You
good
say
time.
you don't like drama.
I like seeing it. I don't like being in it.
You know what show you signed up for? Like y'all all know what y'all signed up for. Every last eight
Okay,
of y'all.
not 2 years prior. Yeah, 2020. I signed up.
I'm still trying to confuse how the hell that shit happened in 2020. How y'all got signed and was in 2020, and it's 2 years later.
I feel like I don't know. Maybe it was just my video. I feel like my video was the old one. Like I was the first person to be. I was told. I don't know if it's true. I was told I was the first person to be chosen for the show for this season. So that's why I kind of more felt like I had to do it too. And then I think it was because my video was like the one from 2020. I think everybody else is more recent. So I don't I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna say this because the conversation we had. I even said like you pissed me off with some of the shit you did. Like it was some shit that you just could have just stayed out of it. I get why you was mad I wasn't there, but how it looked is what made me feel how it feel. But even with you explaining how you feel, I still stand on it because it's like, but like I said when we was talking, you're human. I'm not making excuses for you because you're grown, but you don't have to beat yourself up or you don't have to like because I know the comments it bothers people sometimes because it's like it's not more so what they're saying, but it's like you don't even know why I did what I did. You get what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
sometimes people piss me off with the stupid shit they do. Like
That's
I'll give you an example. I was in the thing when just like when Kason came up there, and the new boy, which didn't even get a proper introduction, who shouldn't even have been there in the first fucking place. Didn't even have no introduction. We didn't know who the fuck he was. We actually thought he was Calvin's friend from Maryland. And then for him to be acting like he was acting the last show, I feel like Kayshawn should slap the shit out of him. But and it's just like, damn, I lost my train of thought. But like I said, it's okay to be like, you know what, I did some shit that was wrong, but you know what, I did it. It's in the can forever. I'm here to own up to it. I'm not here to cop to it. It's on there. There's a reason why I said what I did on there, why I did what why I did what I did, but only you know what happened. And I'm not saying what you did was right, but that's why I got you up here so we can understand what happened. So, you
honestly,
know,
comments really only bothered me at first. Like after seeing them after the first couple of episodes, they started talking about me. That's when it bothered me. After like the that, I was just like, I don't even give a fuck. I'm actually starting to kind of like this bitch. Now y'all coming up with anything to fucking say. Like it was given like now that the hate train started, the shit was just gonna keep going. Like it was just like you can't like the way everybody was not liking me. It was like there was like no getting back to like bitches liking me because bitches just didn't like me after that point. So it was just like I didn't even give a fuck what bitches were saying, but it was just like it was. I mean, it was comedic because, like you said, people didn't know what was really. So it was just like now that I know how reality TV works, this is some shit I will never be part of. This is something I
yeah,
would.
you
This is something I would do maybe like as a game show. I would probably do a game show or some shit like that.
game show.
Yeah, that sounds fine. Like I would do something.
Because I feel like I even said I still like you. Even some people's like, oh, I don't understand how you could like him. I don't understand. Okay, well, here's the thing. I wasn't just because you don't like somebody don't mean I'm not like somebody. I still like you. I just didn't like the shit you did. We can all do that. And then when I met you, I'm just like, this is a totally different Lilo than what the fuck I seen on TV. So all y'all. So it's like you were nice to me. Why would I sit here and be a bitch to you for people that I don't even know that I've been going up for, even still to this day, even if I didn't like them, which I liked them. But it's like, and that's how, I was like, you know what, I could fuck with Lilo outside of this show because he's a sweetheart, you know? You're a sweetheart. You're very nice. All y'all was sweet to me. I can't say nothing bad about none of y'all. You know? So
Really, I
I
to turn up. That's it. But we're not no
yeah,
game.
like I even look forward to hanging out with you if I go back to Boston when I link up with the others. Or it don't gotta be everybody, it could just be me and you. And you can introduce me to your friends, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you some quick questions because we gotta wrap it up. My producer's kicking my ass right now. So
Right. I need a
real
bye.
quick, what's next for Lilo?
Honestly, Lilo's getting too much money right now. I just got my apartment.
It
I
looked
just
nice too.
thank you. It's
Do
not
I get a visit? Do I get to come visit?
Sure.
That was a long ass pause before you said sure.
No, of course.
Mhm,
I-
mhm, mhm.
But
So
like, the thing is, I like to have. I want to have my house looking nice before I like have like real company because it's just like I want people to be able to be comfortable. Like not on no, like I just
right.
say I gotta get my shit situated. Right? But like yeah, if my shit furnished the shit out, then like what the fuck, you gotta be came over.
Yeah, because I look forward to it. And I want to ask you this. Would you do if they did an all-star cast, which I feel like is coming, because I've been kicking their ass about this. If they did an all-star with all the web series cast, Chasing Atlanta, Chasing LA, to come up New York, to come up Miami, come up Atlanta, on the way up Atlanta, G Status Atlanta, um Bad Boys Club, like would you be a part of the all-stars with the other people from the different shows to mingle with them?
Yes, I would. I honestly, even though I wouldn't want to do reality TV again, that I would probably do only because it's like I want to meet people. Like I wanted a whole fresh. When I did the show, I wanted to a whole fresh batch of people like connect with people I never met before. Yes, it was cool to have my bitches there, of course, but like I would have rather it been like new people, so I could have like started new friends. Like, we would have all been doing this new experience together, not knowing anybody, type shit.
So if
So
they had a so
the
if they
all
had a whole cast, I'm sorry, continue.
so if they had an all star, I would probably definitely do it because I want like the other cities look cute, but probably not like if it's anytime soon. No, because I'm trying to get my shit together. Like once I'm trying to be on my, I'm trying to get my like everything together. Like trying to, yeah, get my money on my.
Girl, because let me tell you something. If you are on a show with the others from the different from Chasing Atlanta, like you on the same show with Dre Simber and Regal Cassadine and a couple other people from Chasing Dallas. Oh my God.
That would be fun. I don't even feel like the thing is. I feel like meeting new, like me meeting them and everything. It probably that whole it would not go the same way it went with like casing them. Like I don't know.
It probably will because I mean them girls see them niggas like to read. Over here on Gemini Films, they fight. So that's gonna be an ugly mix. So y'all will be touching them, especially if Rocky or one of them went on an all-star show with the rest of them. I'm just saying, if nobody don't want to listen to me, I got the marketing brain. It's not even about drama. If all y'all, if it was took 12 of y'all from each set of shows, each season, 12 of y'all, that shit would do so much. That shit would the whole season would do like over probably 2 million views by the end of that year. Because it's
Anyway,
all these personal like people won't be like, oh, I want to see if Lilo gonna keep the same energy. I want to see if Kate's gonna pop on this person. I want to see if December gonna read this person from Bad What's going like we want to know what's gonna happen, but we also want to see if y'all can work together.
we'll
You
see.
know?
We'll see. If it does come, don't expect me to be on it, but expect me to be on it.
Mm-mm. So it was very, very nice talking to you. This is like one of the most mellowest interviews I've had.
Really, I'm
Like we
so.
kind of have the same personality. Like you're just chilling in bed. They probably like you boring as hell. I was like I didn't give a fuck if he's boring. That's kind of how I am in real life. So that's why I was sitting here matching your vibe, like speaking monotone because I'm very monotone. So, but all
Thank you.
right, I think
Actually,
I think I sort.
um,
Huh?
I said thanks for making me do the interview with because like they just need to me first, and I feel like that was fair enough because now when all these other bitches have, they gotta say no,
That's
my
if
point.
they choose to come up with me, because
Yeah, but y'all
hopefully
know,
they do, because I'm cool. Like I'm not the messy blogger. I'm not gonna go back and tell this person, that person. You
no,
know, I don't
like
care to do that.
I'm just saying like the people are gonna know like my point of view before like that topic even comes up. So now, so like, oh, it's Calvin is like it's his side over my side. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
because
have,
I could have went and got them, but I wanted different people that didn't have a chance to speak. So.
Yeah, I didn't like how much it was cut, but you already know.
Who's DeAndre Wallace? You know somebody named DeAndre Wallace?
Is my eye hurt from the reunion? No, my eye's actually really fine. Um, I look the same. It's a little cute scar. It matches the one on my other side. But thank you for asking. I mean, it didn't do no permanent damage. Still a cute ass nigga. I think I'm kind of cuter now. So thank you for bringing that up.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Well, thank you so much for sitting here having this conversation with me. Um,
Not we. Oh, sorry. I'm just reading the comments now.
you got some, Lilo, you gotta ignore the comments sometimes. Let them just talk.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, you know what? But yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. And where can people follow you?
Follow me on Instagram. No funny shit. It's Karaguchi. KARINGKUCCI. Um, that's my Twitter. That's my TikTok. That's all my shit. So just follow me.
Okay. Well, y'all heard that there first. Y'all know where y'all can follow me and not message me. But this is us signing out. Lilo, it was really great talking to you. I will be checking in with you soon and keeping in contact.
Alrighty. See you later.
We're gonna get out of here. See y'all later.